Hey everybody! We're Inverted Axes. Wake up, Aaron. Welcome to another Dungeons & Dragons live stream. Welcome to Dawn Expanse, baby.
Hey.
That's it. That's all I got.
That's it. Thanks for showing up.
Pack it up.
See you guys next week.
Pack it up, pack it in.
Room. Heads off to the stratosphere.
Alright. Yeah, welcome back though. It's been a week. It's been a while. Just a reminder to everybody.
What
I'm
we
just
did?
joking. Just to remind everybody, they are all level 5 now. They did level up at the end of the last session. I don't know if we ever announced that officially, but
It's
it
true.
happened.
got
It's a thing.
Attacks.
Right here.
It is. If you look in the
Ding.
in the little thingies.
Ding.
I can now
I think-
destroy undead for all of the undead
I
we've
think
come
three
across.
of us got 2 attacks.
I said hi, Mom. Hi, Mom.
Murray has a lot of help.
I said hi, Mom, twice now.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Some people gained nearly a dozen health.
Yeah.
Other of us rolled a 2.
Like,
And you
Wow.
died the least amount in the party.
I'm
Yep.
the closest, and I'm still
Oh,
off by
wow.
like almost 30.
anyway, stop your whining, everybody.
I'm not
Yeah,
whining, I
let's
have
just
to
do
say myself.
Yeah, no,
I get
you're
to
just
it.
complaining though. It's fine. So, just a quick recap.
We're gonna slow things down just for a second.
Oh, do we need to get the hillbilly music back on?
Just, fuck you, Pitts. Back to you.
Just as a quick recap, in case you missed last episode, the boys were in town. They were in Little Reach.
Boys are back in town.
Boys
Say
were
it.
back in town after doing a bit of a shopping spree and selling some of the magical gear that they had found. They decided to split the party, which has historically been a good call in every campaign ever. So Dune Alton and Kamari went back to the old Water and Hole, and then Ben and Peyton got their teeth kicked in by a
I wish he was only saying
what can only
metaphorical.
be described as an unkind or rude, apparently,
He's a douche.
man who was after the notebook
might
that
know
Peyton
this.
had.
In my notes, he's definitely listed as a douchebag.
Definitely wrote douche.
I mean, agree to disagree.
Did I write
You got a
douchebag?
douche nozzle?
I can't remember. Hold on.
Agree to disagree. Anyway, you guys may have gotten, you may have caught some lumps along the way, to the point where their fates were unknown, but obviously they're still here, so they lived. They got lucky.
Barely.
This
But-
time.
It did seem like Zalius, which was the name, did make off with the notebook that Peyton had found that had belonged to
You
his
said
father.
Zelia?
Actually,
And
L-E-U.
douchebag in blue and purple. I just
Zalius,
wanted to
yeah.
I have to change it. Hold on.
Yeah,
yeah.
no, it's douchebag, but it's Zalius and Elvish. So
Oh.
yeah.
No, it's not. You guys can't just say everything. You can't just rewrite the Elvish language.
Can
It's a
Um,
real thing.
I mean, Tolkien did it. So.
He did. That's what I'm saying. You can't just
Yeah.
add stuff like that. It's not how it works.
But
Anyway,
there's an L in it, so we kind of know.
after taking their lumps, with their friends arriving in time to ensure that they didn't die, which was kind of them, and yeah, so they went back to the inn that they were staying at, had a night's rest, and decided to continue on their journey. Sans the Notebook. Without the notebook, in case we all don't remember our elementary school French.
Yes.
And that brings us to
No
today.
Ryan Gosling.
No Ryan Gosling, unfortunately. Or the girl who's
Yet.
in it. I don't remember who it was.
Rachel.
McAdams.
Yeah.
In my head, I said, I was like, Wise? You know, the one who played the dragon in that movie that Berkeley loves. Anyway.
What?
Rachel Wise was Saphira in the Aragorn movie.
They
She was
made an
the voice
Aragorn
of
movie?
Yeah. Yeah, Aaron, do you want to watch it? I think Berkeley wants to watch it too. Berkeley, you can watch it with us. It'll be great.
I think we should do a watch party. I've never actually seen it.
Oh, no, I'm
Wait.
not putting myself through mental and physical torture.
Did we lose him again?
Yes.
Yeah,
he
he
was
got.
so upset at the idea of watching that movie, he left.
Yes.
That's fair. That's fair. We've upset our sweet baby boy Ray.
We have done bad movie watch parties,
We have.
and we are due for another.
It's true. Let's just run it back. Let's watch Batman Ninja again. It can only get
Oh,
better, right?
I
actually
can't.
never finished that movie.
I
Don't.
actually can't.
Don't
I
finish
stopped
it.
when they started doing the end part.
Yes. Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah, that is
I actually, it's the first time in a while that I've like stopped a movie right at the end, like at the time, like this isn't for me. This wasn't meant for me.
Just start ripping it in half. Throw out the pieces.
Yeah. Is Jeremy Irons really in that movie? Ugh.
Yep.
Yeah, he plays Bram? Brahms?
Bronze?
Yeah.
An old dude.
With a T, right?
I don't remember.
No,
I'm
it's
joking.
Strictly, do you remember Aragon's mentor
Yeah, it's
in the
Brom.
first?
B-R-O-M. Brom.
OM.
Like
Your
Crom,
boy's back.
but with a B instead.
Yes.
Ripped off that
That's the
Schwarzenegger
one.
movie.
That's like how Jade spelled it.
Yeah. Brom.
That movie's terrible.
Hey,
The
welcome back,
characters are imperative to the story that aren't in the book and in the movie.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's play Dungeons and Dragons so that I can stop being angry on the inside.
You can be angry on the outside.
You look
Bro.
up
Bing is
and
not
you see a
angry.
blue dragon with feathers.
Oh, God, oh my.
It's a
That's
bird.
off that cliff we were talking about.
And he talks like this.
Wait. Did Yoda and Saphira combine? Did they Dragon Ball Z combine there?
That's right.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
All right, so, friends, you're all on your various horsebacks, riding to your next destination of Kinas. You know that it's about a 5-day journey. And as we get things underway, I'm gonna need somebody to roll a d12 for me, please.
Oh, I'm on
D12.
it.
Do it, baby.
Shut not.
Well, my internet's
Last
still
time I
good.
rolled a die, I think I had to deliver a baby.
Quick before you disconnect.
10.
4?
4. Oh, yeah, it's the first roll of the game. We'll get the single digits out of the way.
Did Ray freeze?
No.
Yeah, he frees putting up the numbers 3 or 4.
4.
Yeah.
It was a 4, right? Yeah. Okay.
4.
Okay, there he is. He's back.
I've seen him the whole time.
I can't
Oh
hear
my
him.
gosh.
I can hear him. It's fine. Everything's fine, probably.
Blink twice if you're safe.
No problem.
Right.
Oh, there you
If everyone wants to know the power of Wi-Fi,
Yeah, right.
are.
Oh boy.
So we rolled a 4.
Okay. So you guys continue down on the road.
On the road again.
is Alton on his broom?
No, he's on horseback.
What a waste of loot.
No, it's an important object. It's got to be used responsibly, and also I don't want Cinnamon to feel bad. You know, like I'm neglecting her. So it's
Alright.
very important to me that she carries my ass.
the most important of jobs.
My 98-pound ass.
Oh boy.
Oh goodness.
Sorry, I'm back.
I'm gonna make a perception check to make sure that the number we rolled doesn't kill us.
See what happens. See what happens.
Show me potato salad. That's a 5. For
A
total.
5. Nothing really that you notice. Seems to be nice. One thing that you notice kind of as your day progresses onwards, is it is starting to get warmer. You would know, especially Peyton, in the direction kind of that you're going, especially given that you're headed towards the desert. But you know, like this part of the continent probably better than most of the others. It does tend to get warmer up, obviously the direction that you're headed around this lake here.
What are we talking about here? Like a nice like 20, 25, or are we talking like we're hitting 30s and it's uncomfortable?
You're not hitting 30s yet, but it's
nice.
getting warmer, slightly more like, I wouldn't say like tropical, but like you're assuming, and you would know that when you get to Kinos, it's probably more of a tropical climate. It's gonna be fairly humid. It's gonna be probably pretty warm. They're not gonna be experiencing the same kind of autumn that you've been dealing with previously.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I have no idea. We've just been on horseback every day. I feel like it's almost it's just a part of our life now. We're just traveling.
Every
What
day.
how do you entertain yourself if you're just on a horse for basically weeks at a time?
I spy with my little eye
Yes.
something that is green.
Is it the
I
grass
know.
again?
Damn it! I didn't think it would work. I thought it would work a fourth time.
I mean, it's been 5 times in a row.
I spy
No
with
way
my
he's gonna
little
choose
eye
grass
something that is green.
You can't possibly.
Is it Dune?
Is it Dune? Yeah.
Damn it! It
Only
was
twice in a
Dune,
row.
actually.
You know, I'm kind of an off brown. It's
You are green in
in the right
A
light.
little bit.
Yeah.
Are there like a decent amount of like trees nearby us, or is it mostly like open?
It's mostly open where you are right now.
Just wondering what visibility was.
It's fair.
Hey, Peyton, I got a question for you.
Sure, what's up?
A few weeks back, you got mauled to hell by wolves. How's that doing? Haven't really talked about that. You nearly died.
Oh, they were big wolves.
Are you horribly scarred?
I don't think horribly, but it's definitely some marks, I'm pretty sure. It's hard for me to see those. It's on my back.
That's
Here, why don't you take a look? And while I'm on horseback, I turn and just lift up my shirt.
Have a feeling fine.
What do we see?
To give myself a hand to get it a little higher, I use mage hand to grab it from the middle and pull up.
Nice.
Yeah, you can see some.
Just
You can see like a scar of like a claw mark along his back, as well as like a bite, where he'd been like taken down and like had teeth sunken into him.
I just kind of like wide eyed, be like, "Oh, it's fine, totally fine." You should put that back down.
How's your like stomach doing from when that guy like carved out you?
That's a fair point. He kind of opened me with magic, right?
Yeah.
and I closed you with magic, but
Cracked you open like a walnut.
I think I did it the second time.
Was I opened multiple times?
You did get fucked up a few times, yeah.
One of you guys patched me back up magically.
Pretty
Does
sure
that
giants messed you up. You've been opened by someone who did inflict wounds.
Yeah.
Did the owl bear fuck you up too? I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised, honestly.
Maybe.
You know,
The Albert
hit you
didn't
hard, but I think we got in with a cure pretty quick.
Fair.
Does that type of curing? Do we know if it affects? Or is it just like perfectly magically like patch
yeah,
you
we're
right back up?
magically healing you.
Yeah,
instead
you're, like,
of
mending the
cleaning its
skin.
skin and stuff
So
like
no scars.
that. I mean,
Nice.
that's up to you.
It almost looks better then.
Oh.
Like any scratches I used to have on the shell there, it's just like it's like baby skin down here now. But you know, it's shell, it's turtley, it's not human. That'd be not great.
So you've got a clean patch on a
A
dirty
clean. Yeah, exactly. It's almost like embarrassing to look at for that reason. It's like it ain't right.
Just rub some dirt in it.
I've been trying.
Really?
shirt. It's just
It
not
just-
sticking.
It doesn't stick. It's too smooth.
You could use a dagger and like carve it up a little
Seems
Don't mar yours.
if you really want to.
that seems a bit over the top. I don't know about that one.
We could drag you with our horses on the ground. That'll scratch up your shell.
I
pretty
think I'm getting comfortable with it the more we talk.
good.
We
The
went
offer
from
still
one extreme
stands.
to another, huh?
What was that? Jody?
Oh, we just went from one extreme right to another.
Yeah. Oh god.
I'd love to say I'm surprised, gents, but Not anymore.
No.
Surprised me 20 times. Shame on you. 21st time, I've learned better. Alton, you're the only one that notices this, as I've been going through and grabbing all your passive stuff because I don't remember where I wrote it down. You see probably like 60, 70 feet away, kind of off into the field, you can just kind of see,
Another statue.
yeah, a hollow statue with a broom in it. No. You can see what looks like a humanoid shape that's laying down, and then like a bump on the back. Yeah,
Sorry, so I see a human being lying down
seems like it.
with a bump on their back.
Yeah.
All right, what kind of terrain are we looking at right now? Is it like
Mainly like
field
grassy
or-
plains, that
grassy
kind of thing.
plains?
Off to your right, there is a very large lake,
Okay.
but
So I'll just point out, like, hey, guys, I see somebody over there. Could be 2 for 3 on something cool to go check out.
I don't know. How do we feel about maybe sending Eden over to look this time?
You know, I like that plan.
I don't feel like, I don't know, breaking off into little bits has been good lately.
Sure, I'm
Definitely.
fine with sending Eden.
Learn that we should stick together.
A little bit.
Adventuring 101, Alton's Commandments. Okay, find that. Don't split the party.
I go tell Eden to stay high up in the air, but to scout out whatever that thing is.
okay. How high up is she gonna stay when she's scouting it out?
Say 100 feet.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me using Eden's modifiers.
Oh, you're gonna have to give me a sec to get them.
No stress, brother.
There's a bird.
She is an owl currently.
Oh,
Yes,
probably
she
not
is.
advantage then.
But she quiet like a fox.
You said perception, right?
Yar, matey.
So hers is +3. No, she has an 8.
8 total.
Mm.
Okay. 100 feet up.
It's fair.
So from the top, looking down, it looks like there's a body on the ground. There's something on its back. Kind of hard to make it out at that distance. Yeah.
Is it
Okay.
another turtle?
Do you tell us there's a body?
Yeah, I relay the
Okay,
information.
Ben rides over.
Yeah, I'm in tow.
Okay.
Okay, what kind of body? Can we can't talk to Peyton, right?
Yeah, you can.
What
I
I
kind
mean,
of
not-
if he's
War
out of
game.
his owl, his eyes and stuff like that, then yes.
what kind of body? Is it alive? Is it dead?
Hey, Pitts, what kind of body?
You don't know.
I don't know.
Higher than an 8 next time.
Why?
With that roll in that distance, it looks medium-sized. It looks like it would be about the size of one of you potentially.
Dude, Alton and I will tell you in about 30 seconds.
Or the original plan was to have Eden look at it, and we can stick to that until Eden's looked at it.
I mean, I am already halfway there.
So you not split the party, I go follow.
Yeah,
And because they have no sense of survival, I'll go with them.
I'm gonna continue to trot. I don't want anything to do with this.
You're gonna continue on to the keynotes.
Just in case we didn't split the party, he's gonna split the party just a little bit.
All right,
I'll still
problem.
watch you and admire from afar.
So who's at the front? Just so I know order here.
Yes, I am.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be next.
Okay. Well, I mean, like you guys can go side by each, or you can go in a line. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
definitely.
be side by each.
Okay. So you're gonna be beside him.
Squad is equal.
Yeah,
Okay.
squad.
So you
Wait,
guys
what?
are riding right up to it.
Well, I'm gonna ride up to like 15 feet and then take another gander.
Okay. Make a perception check.
See. Perception. 19.
Okay. There's movement to your left. There's movement to your right. I'm just joking. The grass is blowing in the breeze. So it looks like in front of you there's just with that you're pretty sure he's human. His face is down. The lump on his back seems to be a backpack.
Hello, my
You
friend.
can see a weapon lying on his side.
We are here to help. I
Is
get
he
off the
dead?
horse.
Good chum.
I grab my
answer.
hammer and my shield and I start walking forward.
Okay.
I'm just going to check to see if he's alive.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm going to dismount.
check the grass because I'm pretty sure I heard someone talking about. No, I'm not going to make that joke actually. Censorship, everyone.
Don't go into the tall grass.
And then I'm just gonna like basically walk up to about 5 feet and then just see if I could hear anything, any breathing, any snoring, anything.
Okay. You kind of get close and everything like that. Doesn't seem to be moving at all.
Push the body onto its side with my hammer.
Okay. You see the head kind of loll over. Eyes are like half closed, but they ain't moving. No blinking, no nothing.
He is dead, my friends. Oh, it's a he, right?
Yeah, it is a male.
Okay.
It looks to be human.
I'm just gonna check to see how he died.
Okay. Make an investigation check for me. Or a medicine check.
Yeah, I'll probably do that one because it's probably better than investigation.
Deal skis.
I mean, what's your positive to that? Because I could probably do better.
I can give you advantage if you want.
Yeah, sure. Just because I've got
and only a +3.
mine's +6.
So yeah, go ahead.
I wonder what happened to this poor soul.
I will assist.
So that's 15.
15. You take a look and you kind of, investigate the body, check to see if there's any wounds, any sickness, the whole thing. You can see that there are long gouges, like kind of along one side. You can see some scratches and gouges along like the forearms as well. Definitely seems like this man was attacked.
This looks like he died trying to defend himself. Those are all defensive wounds.
From animals of some kind?
Does it appear to be natural, or does it appear to be
Something with claws.
Mhm.
It's hard to tell if it's a natural thing with claws or a non-natural thing with claws.
Okay, well, Dune, I think you're right. We should all back up very slowly, as this thing was killed by something not human.
So before we do that, I'd like to check and see if there is any sort of identification on this poor soul.
Okay.
Just, yeah.
Also, if anyone wants to check the backpack, it just feels weird for me to.
Yeah, I'll rifle
it
through his
again.
shit.
Okay.
Okay, you accepted that so fast.
I would like to keep an eye.
My sentence. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing as Dune and keep an eye out because I don't trust the tall grass. I played Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you want to do the investigation then, Peyton?
I'm sorry, pardon?
Did you want to do the investigation roll, I guess, then? Is that the idea?
Sure. 19 for investigation.
19? All right, give me one.
Malcolm wanted to investigate so bad because he wants all the loot. Brick, but Ben wouldn't have done it.
Gotcha. Yeah, so you go through the stuff. There's honestly not anything too crazy. This seems to have been kind of a similar adventure to one of you guys when you had first started out. There's a backpack, there's a bedroll, blanket, change of clothes. They do have, interestingly, a jeweler's kit. Other than that mess kit, they have 2 days worth of rations and 50 feet of rope. Other than that, you find the longsword that it seems like he had been using as his weapon. That's it.
Friends, we can't just leave him here like this. We need to put this man to rest.
I agree, but maybe not in where he died, as this is probably dangerous. Though, okay.
Carrying around a dead body can't
Yeah.
Let
be
me
safe
finish.
either.
Let me finish. I have a question for the DM.
Yo.
Does the body look eaten at all?
No, doesn't really look eaten.
That's okay. There's a problem. if an animal attacked this man, he would have been eaten by something. Unless it does it. Alton, did it look like he was killed recently? Like, how long ago did he die?
It was. Here we go.
You would say probably within the last 24 hours.
So things are still gooey and yeah. He hasn't been dead long. They're definitely this is essentially a fresh kill. There definitely should have been evidence of him being
Scavengers of some kind.
scavengers
Also
or
eaten
even from this
Dune?
creature itself.
I was thinking about taking the body, maybe going down like 100 feet and then burying him somewhere not here, as he was killed by something here.
Let's.
I
maybe
think
we
if
can-
we move back towards the road a bit, maybe. But I don't think this body's number one priority. I got alarm bells just going off. I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
help Alton strap the body to his horse.
Mm,
I guess by
I
this time,
think you mean to the broom.
Corpse broom.
Cool. That's not how I would have used it, but you know, to each their own.
This is what we're using the broom for.
Just for
Hey.
that.
Tools are for using.
I'm gonna
No. We'll just-
I'm
you know,
gonna ride
over-
up. Sorry, I'm gonna ride up and just ask, why are we taking a dead body with us?
To bury it and put it at rest.
Offering this
I
man
mean-
his final repose.
I mean,
Just let the religious people do their thing, okay? It's fine.
okay.
But
I'm not
we
touching-
should be quick about it.
Yes. We are literally doing it while we're having this conversation.
Let's
Yeah.
go find a tree.
A tree.
With a nice tree to put the man to rest.
Yes, we'll bury him under the tree. Not literally, but
At the base of. Just for anybody who's being semantic.
Stop talking and let's just move the body, okay?
I'm scooting back towards the road a bit, keeping an eye on our surroundings.
Okay. I'm just keeping watch with Eden, making sure nothing's creeping up on us.
Make a perception check for me.
Oh, the music is
As
not
the music crescendos.
conducive
Oh,
to
perfect.
our health right
18.
I
now.
love it. 18?
Yeah.
Oh, it stopped at the wrong
You don't really
time.
notice anything.
I maintain.
you don't notice
vigilance.
anything.
It's my favorite thing to do as a DM, and it's my least favorite thing as a player. And you're like, no, you're fine. You're fine.
But
You
am I?
can never be sure. Okay, we move away when it's tied up. We use his rope to tie him to the broom.
Yep.
I'm gonna nudge Dune and be like, why are we doing this? Shouldn't we just forget the body? He lost his life. He lost.
In this one occasion, I'm kind of agreeing with you. But it is customary to bury the dead, give them rest, and I think between Alton and Ben, that's going to happen. But I'm with you on this one. I would like
Weird.
to be away from this body as fast as we can.
You have weird traditions. Just leave the body.
Okay.
Just chalk it up to human stuff.
I guess so. Humans are so complicated with their flashiness and wizardy things.
We
They
find
care
a
for
tree
the
to bury
dead.
body
Yeah.
away from this area.
Okay. Yeah, so I
Yep.
mean, you guys can take the body and ride a little bit. I'm assuming you're riding back towards the road?
Yes, I'd like to ask Alton to check one more thing before we bury the body.
What's that?
Can we ascertain what kind of animal bit him? Is it a wolf? A werewolf? Or something of the like?
Like, are you trying to figure out where the wolf is?
I'm
Yeah,
just
can
making
I-
sure we're not being stalked by a werewolf after we bury the body.
No, I was going to ask this too. I wanted to know if can we determine what type of animal, like from just the claw marks? 'Cause
Make a
you
nature
said
check for
early
me.
bite marks. Yeah, sure. Okay.
Can I provide the help action?
Absolutely. Are you trained in it?
Let's find out. Probably
I am.
not.
If you're not, then no.
I have a -1.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
You were trained badly.
Yes. What's the opposite of trained? It was beaten out of me.
Hell is nature.
You unlearned it.
You have a hard time
Excuse
narrowing
me.
down exactly what it was. Given the size of the claw marks and like where they took place, and even a little bit of the surrounding area, you can't really like. There's a few things that you're sure of. You're sure it wasn't like a huge creature, or else it'd be like a lot more like grass mushed down and probably a little bit more destruction in the area, and there isn't really any. You can see where some blood had spurted out through some of the claw marks. But you would assume that this is probably something medium to small that did this. Most likely
Okay.
medium, given the size of like the claw marks and how far they go through. But yeah,
And the lacerations that are on this poor guy's like forearms, does it look to be like 2, 3, 4, 5 digits? Like how many claws are in a wound?
you can see usually 2. It's 1 or 2, generally speaking.
Some medium-sized creature that has odd claws. Never seen anything like this.
Well, remember for later, all of our friends are kind of annoyed that we haven't buried this yet, so let's just do that.
Let's go do that.
Were there any tracks around where the guy was?
None that he was able to see or track or anything like that.
Okay.
Okay, so we bury the body, say a few words, and then we move on.
Likewise.
Assuming that we don't die in the process.
All right. Yeah, so it takes a while to get a hole that's going to be big enough to put him in. But you guys spend some of your day, dig a hole for this man, lay his body in, cover it back up. Do you say any words?
I say, does anyone want this longsword?
Part of the party fun.
God damn it.
Yeah, I do need to know what you guys are doing with the stuff.
I strapped the supplies onto my horse.
Okay.
I'll take the rope specifically.
Okay.
Dead man rope.
Yeah, we'll just say a few prayers and then
Okay.
rest well, my friend. Your watch has ended.
And now your watch has ended. Oof.
Uh,
Ripperoni. Okay. Yeah. So, like I said, it takes a few hours out of your day to do it, but
you can say that.
you guys go through and you pay the proper respects and everything, and everything seems fine.
Thanks for that. Everything, it's fine. Everything seems fine. I promise.
Everything's
you.
fine.
Guys, stop asking. Everything's fine. Jeez.
All right.
All right,
So you guys continue on.
Yeah.
Okay. So throughout the rest of your day, nothing really seems to. Stop shaking your head at me. Nothing really seems to bother you. You don't really notice anything else on the road. And eventually, night comes along.
I don't trust this music more.
Doesn't match how I feel.
Like, yeah.
Who's ever on watch tonight, just make sure we're extra careful because there's obviously something in the area.
Yes. Yeah, yes.
It's good advice, babe.
Does anyone have anything that might help us, protect ourselves a little bit? I don't think any of the spells I can do. No.
Peyton, you mind if I hold on to that sword for tonight?
Yeah, go for it. Are you gonna be okay using it?
I guess we're gonna find out. Or, hopefully not find out.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
You know what? We can even leave it by the fire for whoever follows next. I just
I'll
feeling
have
spooked.
I'll have Eden sitting up on a tree nearby, keeping an eye out. If she sees anything, she'll get 3 hoots.
Are there any other owls? Can we confuse it? She don't give a hoot.
God damn it.
I'm only joking. Fuck it.
I was talking it again because I spoke over you.
I don't appreciate it. I apologize for being so aggressive.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna go with
I'm
chop.
good to take first watch.
Okay.
I'll
Keep
take
it
it
alone.
with him.
Yeah.
Everyone jumped at the chance.
I can take second watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take second watch. Sure.
So Alden's going solo on 3.
That's right.
Okay.
He was so busy writing in his journal, he didn't even notice you guys like figuring out watch.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So then, Ben, Dune, you guys end up taking first watch. If you'd like to either roll a collective perception check with one helping, or you guys can roll separately, it's up to you.
You know what? I'll give you advantage. Go ahead.
Sure. Let's use that advantage. Oh, thank heavens.
I'm just trying to make Aaron feel more confident rolling dice. So
Right.
Yeah, my roll was a 3, but the advantage roll was a 21.
Okay. Very good. Yeah. So you don't really notice anything.
Okay. Ben,
yes.
I just kind of heft the sword up and gesture towards you a bit and say, "You've got experience with these, right?"
Yes, I've used the sword or two.
I was kind of wondering if maybe we could do a quick one-on-one. You could teach me a thing or two. No contact, just
No.
faking hits.
Do you want me
Murder
to use the
fight.
hammer, or do you want me to use my longsword?
Your sword as well. I want you to.
Okay.
You know, I've been trying to branch out, and I throw my stick. to
Don't
the
be
ground.
alarmed if mine is bigger. That's the only joke I'll make. Oh, God.
Oh boy.
This one looks like a grower.
That wasn't me.
No.
Please don't take us off Twitch. I'm sorry.
You know how some swords are short and long. This one, I think.
It's
get
also
there.
a sword, so they're just
Yeah.
swords full of metal.
Is it a long sword? That is what
Yeah,
you
it's
said?
a long sword. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll pull out my longsword and sort of just take a ready stance.
Yeah.
After you, my friend.
We'll see. I'm going to roll initiative, I guess.
Sure. Do it up.
Actually, let's keep digital today. 13.
I rolled a 10. In true fashion, as I said, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm just gonna like kind of completely amateur, no idea how to use a sword, keeping the flat side as where I'm attacking with. Absolutely trying to stop before I actually hit him.
Okay.
Just gonna swing for the side, like under the arm, as like a I gotcha type
Okay.
thing.
Gotcha.
And I don't have a sword. I'm assuming it's whatever strength or dexterity for me. I'm
Yeah,
not even sure.
it's your proficiency, which you're not proficient in. Are
Yeah.
you proficient in?
No, he's not.
No,
I don't think so. You don't have proficiency in martial weapons, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay.
So just your strength modifier for both.
Yeah.
21.
Yep, that's enough. 19.
So I bring it up under and I just light tap on the side. Kind of like heft it a bit, like
Yeah,
that
you
wasn't.
can pull your punches on it. That's fine.
Yeah, that
You,
felt okay.
That was good. Obviously, strength-based weapons aren't your strong suit, but you are very fast. I'll give you that.
The sword feels fast. I don't know. I guess it's more aerodynamic.
Yes, it just looks heavy in your hands. That's all. That's not what I meant. I'm just saying it's a strength-based weapon, and he's a dex-based character.
I think he called you a bitch.
Hilariously, he has more strength than dexterity.
I know. Turtles just get a bunch
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What?
He's a +3.
because they're very strong.
Fair.
Weapons are dex based.
Yeah, you that was very well done. But watch this. Sure.
I'm just gonna pretend I know how to block with a sword now and see what happens.
Action. Longsword. That is a 19.
Yeah, I got 17 AC.
That hits.
You just
I
stabbed
don't
me?
hit you with it. Yeah. So I stab him right where his baby turtle shell
okay.
is.
Right in the baby
Just
patch.
to see if it's still soft. No, I just lightly tap him on the shoulder.
Okay.
And I like wildly miss my block. Like, okay, definitely.
You swung the sword as if you were attacking in defense. It's very not the best strategy I've ever seen, but you know.
I mean, with my staff, it's all the same action. It's very different. The angle, I guess, on these matters more
Yes,
than.
well, you also have to remember that with a quarterstaff, there's a lower chance of a fatal blow. But every strike you make with a sword could be that person's last. So just keep that in mind when you're, wielding the sword.
Yeah, it's definitely something to think of. And I'll be honest, for a long time, even now, bladed weapons aren't something that appeal to me very well. But we found this, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a
Hold on.
little
Did you hear
spooked.
that? Is that wolves or something?
Yeah, what the?
Definitely a wolf.
You just hear some howls out in the distance, but nothing that seems close.
Sit back to the fire.
Yes.
You know, it's a little spooked.
It's okay. We're not the same people that we were when we fought wolves a couple of weeks ago.
I suppose that's true, but I don't know if that makes us any more durable than we were. If you'll remember the evenings before this.
Yes, you make a lot of good points. Yes, I almost died yesterday, a couple of days ago. So I'm human. I know that, anything can happen. But why fret over death when you never know when it's coming?
I suppose that's fair.
Okay,
I
we'll
don't
keep
know.
practicing.
I think so. I think I feel good enough for now, but it might be something I keep doing.
Yeah, and I basically just show him like a few stances and
Mhm.
the equivalent of like katas, like motions he can go through to sort of help him learn the way of the sword a little better.
Teach him wind
Yeah.
stance, stone stance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moon stance. Oh man, that game's so good.
I was making a Way of Kings reference. You were making
Yeah, well,
a...
you also made a Ghost of Tsushima reference. So good for you.
Fair play.
Oh god.
Okay.
Assuming our watch is coming up,
Mhm.
I just thank Ben for helping me out, and walk over to Peyton and attempt for the third time to slip this potion into his backpack before waking him up.
Alright, make a sleight of hand check.
Come on, me. He's asleep.
This is against my passive perception, I'm guessing, right?
Sort of. Your passive perception also takes into account that you're conscious.
18.
You do it.
Nice. Hell yeah. He's not gonna die on my watch. Just a little potion action.
Alright.
After giving myself a moment to feel pride and effectively being stealth for maybe the first time ever.
I think you stealthed up to Janice's house once.
Yeah, but trying to sneak
Alton fucked
things.
up that one.
Yes, but trying to sneak
You're
things
muted,
around
Ray.
the party with I'm muted.
Ray was.
I was just saying, sneaking stuff around the party, like money in the past, trying to put the money back and stuff. They've always caught me every time. So, feeling pretty good. And then I tap Peyton and just say, like, watch number 2.
Is everything okay?
So far, so good. Nothing ate us.
We did hear wolves.
Oh, okay, that's good to know. Thanks, Ben.
No problem.
They're very far in the distance.
Yes. Well, just keep an eye out. It didn't seem like Eden saw anything dangerous while we were up, so
Good to hear. You go wake up Kamari.
unfortunately, I'm going to take my armor off to sleep.
Oh no.
I can't sleep with it on. I can't get a night's rest with that.
Oh, interesting.
Hey, buddy,
I'd-
it's time for a watch.
Okay. It never gets
Right before I
easy
lay down,
waking
I just
up.
want to stab the sword into the fire. By the fire, not into the fire.
Okay, I was like,
And not off.
Peyton, I have a question for you. Ben and I were speaking the other day, and we kind of came into an argument, and I needed to clear this up with you. And I'm going to open up my little booklet, and I say, you mark this all with red. See, Ben said red ink is very expensive, so I would assume that you used the red ink to say how good of a job I did. Ben, on the other end, I think he's wrong, says that you were using it to mark it off as wrong. What is your answer?
Ben was right.
I hate when Ben is right.
You're new at this. It's
Ben
gonna
wakes
be a
up
while.
with the sound of Ben is right.
It's gonna take you a while to get used to
I fall back asleep.
writing properly in a different language.
That is true, but just the
Sure,
fact that
you
Ben
get
is
there.
right,
You don't have to tell him.
that
I
is
know.
true. But I know.
It's okay. We'll go over some more stuff tonight while we've got time to kill.
Okay. Well, while we're doing that, can I see what's around us?
perception checks, please.
I got a 10.
Do you want one from me as well?
Unless you're helping him, it's up to you.
Sure. I'll do the help action, I guess.
Roll again, Mike. You have advantage.
Yeah, let's stick with 10.
Okay.
Okay.
Second one was worse.
Cool.
Yeah, you guys don't notice anything.
I
Sure don't.
Sure don't.
spend some time going over some words in Elvish, and then have Kamari practice writing them over and over again
Okay.
for repetition.
Kamari, make an intelligence check for me, please. So just roll a d20 and add your intelligence modifier.
Perfect. That's a 2.
Nothing sticks. He knows
Well-
L. He's really got that L down.
Yeah.
But he took an L tonight and didn't learn anything else.
Well, at least it's written in the book.
It's dark.
So you can review it.
It's dark. I can't see what I'm doing.
Yeah. I just keep reverting back to the L, that's all I know.
2. Oh my god.
I go through the possessions from the guy that we pillaged. So what kind of stuff's in the jeweler's kit? Is it just small tools for grinding and shaping gems?
Yes. Yeah, that's effectively what a jeweler's kit is.
Okay.
Yeah. So you
Well-
can make little inscriptions on rocks or stones or something if you need to.
This will be useful. But yeah, put everything back and just hang out and try and keep watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna practice my L's.
All right. Yeah, you guys get through the rest of your watch without anything else really going on that you see.
Perfect.
Well, hopefully Elton doesn't get us killed while he's on watch.
I have faith in him. He has come a long way since we started. I mean, he hasn't grown into the armor. I think he should get more or new armor that fits him better, but you know.
He's wearing dad's armor. Just hanging off him.
Baby's first chainmail.
Wait, Gavin, wait. It was second hand.
We have money
Leave me
now.
alone.
We can buy other clothes.
I have 1 gold.
Oh,
No,
What am
you
I gonna
have a
do with 1
magic
gold?
room.
Sorry.
oh.
That is not a bank. That is a respected magical item.
Which is just flying currency.
Go to bed.
There were
No.
wolves earlier in the evening, so be careful.
Okay, I sort of throw another log on the fire at that.
Okay.
Go to sleep.
Alton,
Alright.
if you get scared, you can always wake me up. And I'm gonna go lay
I'm
down.
waking you up. Yeah, good night, Kamari. Seems scary to wake him up. No.
Fair. Okay. Then Alton, I need you to make a perception check for me, please.
I can do that. $11.
11.
Yep. I haven't rolled above a 10 tonight.
Fair.
Already.
Yeah. So during your watch, you don't really notice anything. But but you're right. You're able to get through the rest of it without issue until eventually dawn breaks. The sun rises. It's another day. It's you can feel it as the sun like comes up and kind of hits your clothes, like Alton, especially because you're awake. But it's nice and warm. You know, you're leaving that like chilly autumn behind, and you're really moving into some like warmer weather. You can tell it's going to be you can hope it's going to be a nice day, but that'll be up to some dice rolls.
Oh, hopefully we roll nicely on the weather chart here. Yeah, start packing up, get everybody up. Got some hot brown morning potion for you guys.
Ooh.
You know,
Wait,
that
what?
wakes
Wake
you
up juice.
Wake up
Oh.
juice.
You
Yeah,
squeeze the beans real good on this one.
we did.
The worst.
Learned.
You guys are the worst.
The key is to not use the green ones, apparently.
Oh, all right.
I
was thinking.
feed the horses.
All right.
I go. As I said, it's looking like it's going to shape up to be a pretty nice day out there, but it really feels like it's going to be left up to chance.
Might be. It can go one of a dozen ways, I guess.
Fuck you guys.
It really could.
Speaking of a dozen,
Yeah. Best
Good
segue of the night.
Yep, thanks. Speaking of a dozen ways, why doesn't somebody go ahead and roll a d12 for me?
I rolled
12.
a 1.
You whore.
You rolled a 12?
Yes.
Okay. Where's my list at? Where's my list?
The next one is going to be a 1. That's what I rolled.
The next one will be rolled by someone else then.
No, you heard me. The next one is going to be a 1, Mike, because no one said it was going to be me, and you picked. Now the second one has to be picked afterwards.
Jordy tried both times.
Yeah,
He
that's
kept
why I was on it for the second one.
it.
Alright.
We said it at the same time.
We have to figure out a system here.
I mean, we could just go in order.
Yes, we
That's
are
true.
5 days from Kinos, and there's 5
True,
of us.
true.
So my 1 will just be later.
Day 5 when
I'm
we're
gonna make
so
you re-roll
close.
it, just a heads up.
We're just going counterclockwise from Alton.
Okay, Ben's tomorrow.
All right.
Okay. They'll bring us to here. Okay. Yeah, so you guys obviously get up, you get all your stuff together, you feed, you water, you do all the stuff you need to do, and you head out on your way. Yeah, a couple hours pass as you're riding out into the morning. And you see kind of along just like off the road a little bit, you can see just what looks like a man or woman. You see a humanoid. Seems to be just sitting on a log with some tools out, possibly carving or whittling or something like that.
Oh, but alive?
Alive, yeah. This one
Okay.
seems alive.
Okay.
This one's moving and sitting.
Are the nearest to the road?
Yeah,
Like-
they have like they're facing the road.
Do they have any claw marks in their body?
You can't tell from this distance.
We just yell, "Y'all got any claw marks in your body?" Just kidding.
Oh,
Absolutely.
friend, how fares the? I don't know why I said that way. How are you, my friend?
That was weird. You see that it's the person looks up and it's a man. And you can tell from the features that it's actually an elven man. And he says, "Oh, hello. Yes, how are you?"
Good. Just passing through. Wanted to make sure if everything was okay.
Everything's fine. Is everything okay with you?
Yes, I was just being friendly.
Oh, no.
If we are bothering you, then I apologize.
No, not at all. I'm just enjoying the nice weather.
What
I
are
live
you
not
wo-
too far from here, so.
What are you working on there?
Oh, I'm just do little sculpture carvings. You can see it's it looks like a wooden bear that he's kind of like carving and like whittling. It's probably like yay big, not huge or anything.
Do
It
you
seems to be outside.
do you carve other things?
Like other like I don't know. I've done wolves. I tend to carve whatever's out in the area that I see.
You ever
It's usually animals.
carve a turtle before?
You
Or
know I
be One
haven't,
of your turtles.
but
Are you trying to model for him, Dune?
I'm sure I could.
I just
I honestly haven't really met a turtle before, so now that I have you in like my mind's eye, I might give it a shot on the next thing I work on.
I was curious if maybe you could make one for me. Are they? Does it take time?
Yeah, I'm not a professional or anything. I generally do more hunting than anything. You can see like up against like this like fallen tree that he's kind of sitting on working on. There's like a bow and like a quiver and things like that.
So this isn't an hour's work or anything like that.
It would probably take me for something rough, maybe 2 hours.
I have the feeling my companions wouldn't want to wait around for 2 hours. But then I will take pleasure in being the first turtle you've met. And
That's fair.
if you need an image for your mind's eye, I'll give you one. And I'll just like try and stoically stand there.
Make a performance check for me.
Yeah. I will not shake this 3 today, huh? Yeah, I
Okay.
get like really self-conscious about my bald patch. My new patch.
Okay. You see, he kind of looks at you quizzically. He just goes, yes, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. How are the roads anyway? Are you coming from Little Reach?
Yes, I actually. Sorry, so we didn't get your name, sir.
Oh, my name is Anlith.
How do you spell that, sir?
You writing my name down?
For my mind's eye.
Just sound it out, friend. Just sound it out.
Can you just say it one more time for me, then?
Anlith.
Okay.
You know how creepy that'd be in real life? Sorry, how do you spell that? Someone brings out a notepad like...
My companion is writing a book on our adventures, so he wants to get every detail perfect.
My apologies.
Yes, Anlift, we came from Little Reach. We actually encountered a body that was seemingly attacked by an animal of sorts. So I was actually planning on asking, what kind of wildlife lives in these parts? They would hunt people.
I mean, generally I see the same kinds of things out here. Wolves, bears. I've even seen an owl bear once or twice. Nothing really outside of that personally. Not that I've seen or not that I hunt. I usually stick to deer and such though, for my own personal quarry.
And safety.
Yeah.
Can I roll an insight check just to make sure that
Sure.
this guy isn't like putting up a facade or hiding something.
Mhm.
It's a 12.
12? You seem pretty confident.
Do you hear anything unusual at night?
I can't honestly say that I do. I have seen some odd things over the past few days.
And that is?
but uh, I don't know, just some things I don't normally see happening in this area. That's all.
With respect, friend, we're traveling through here. If there's something that might damage our safety, we'd really appreciate if you could let us know what that might be.
Make a persuasion check for me, Alton.
You got it.
I was
Going to go real well. 11.
11.
Hey, beat 10.
Yeah.
I rolled a 10. I got a plus one.
Son of a bitch.
It's time to get new dice.
That's the digital dice. It's even worse.
Oh, that's even worse.
He says, I don't want to get into it too much. There's just been strange things that I've seen on the road. The types of people you don't normally come across on the road. Even seen some odd things in the sky. But it's not my business. I live a nice, quiet life. I just come by the road sometimes to get news of what's going on in the area. I don't want to. I don't
Have
know.
you seen a giant metal construct in
That
the
is
last
literally the question I was going to ask you. Yes.
He kind of looks around. Listen. Maybe 2 days ago.
Where were they headed?
Did you see a man that looked like a douchebag in blue and purple?
There was somebody in blue and purple, yes.
Fits the
I
description.
saw them. Listen. You didn't hear this from me. Once we're done talking about this, I'm headed back home. Okay? But I did see a man in this big metal hulking looking something come out of the sky and continue on the road towards Kinas. That's it.
You said that was 2 days ago?
2 days ago, yes.
Thank you very much for letting us know.
You're welcome. Now I'm going to head back. It was very nice to meet you.
We never saw you.
I hope you don't
Thank
write
you.
my name down. I don't want
hand you
anybody to
one
come
of the
find me.
3 bushels of apples we have.
Oh,
There you are, my friend. Thank you for taking a chance and sharing what you know.
You just see
a fair exchange.
Alton go and make a cross. Back to the book.
He kind of looks over at you and then grabs the apples, and he kind of slings the bow and the quiver on his shoulder and just starts walking away from the road.
Well,
Suspicious, right?
You will.
It's not suspicious. It's definitely them. So maybe we should pick up the pace a little. We are 2 days behind.
Yeah, but at least we're going the right way.
Or so that guy says. I don't know. Never met a turtle before.
You're the
Curious.
first turtle I've ever met.
Yes.
He's the first dragonborn I've ever come across.
Have none of you met a turtle before now?
No.
I
No.
don't think I've met a turtle before.
How many turtles have you seen in the last
Ben,
2
you might have actually.
Yeah.
I didn't realize we were a rarity. I grew up with them. I've seen them a bunch. I guess I hadn't considered us to be exotic. That's so strange to think about.
I think it's more that your people tend to conglomerate together. They don't spread out as far, maybe.
That is
But
true.
There's a lot of humans. Some would
That
say
is-
too many.
Both true.
So it could be that. Anyways, let's start writing more quickly than we've been writing.
Yeah, a lot more.
Yes. We're sort of gonna push the rest of the day to gain as much ground as we can on these Good health.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys continue on your way for the rest of the day. You definitely push it. Then eventually evening comes. Are you guys bedding down for the night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
chance to recover after a hard day's ride.
Yes.
Okay. I'll take first watch tonight.
I'll take second.
I'll go third.
I can take second.
Okay, I guess I'm on first then. We've been
Okay.
doing
You
solo
leave Alton
thirds.
alone, or you
Yeah,
leave Peyton alone.
Okay.
Cool.
I honestly lost track of who was on which because normally we pair off first instead
Yeah.
of take all three and then pair off. So I
And then
Yeah, so
figure out
it's
the rest.
you and I. Yeah.
okay.
So
We start.
Before you guys give me
Yeah.
perception checks, if you don't mind, please.
I can do that. About to go grab some real dice here, I think.
Yeah, I
Oh,
got a
22.
12. Oh, that's way better.
Okay.
Did you refresh your Chrome tab?
I did.
Yes. Reload that RNG.
Yes.
Help me, RN Jesus.
Yeah, so I guess we're like sorting out rations, building up the fire, everyone else a moment to actually rest. And
And do you still have that sword on your hip?
I've got it right over here, and I yank it off Peyton's pack again, where we've been just keeping all the party funds.
No. So, what's the deal there, Dune? I thought you used a staff.
I'm honestly just trying to find something that feels right. Like I said, I've fought with these for a long time, and I don't know, I've been trying out the staff, and I feel like I've been letting us down a bit. I have not been holding my own well.
Valued member of this party, probably more respected than me so far, but I'm trying to.
You've healed me. You've brought me back from near death. I can't say I've done the same.
I guess neither of us are really meant for combat then.
It feels that way. I come from an order of combats. That was what we practiced. I wouldn't call myself a warrior or anything, but we practiced this. We were law enforcement, and maybe I was just going to say maybe people in the city are a little weaker than the things we've encountered out here.
Yeah, maybe that's true. I definitely wasn't expecting so many wolves.
Don't you
Yeah.
dare spoke their name.
Listen.
So did your order train with weapons, or were you all trained only in the art of hand to hand?
It was just hand to hand. Weapons weren't really a part of it. We were peacekeepers more than anything. But we in our city there was a lot of crime, and we tried to help out as best we could.
I don't think your role has changed here, Dune. I think you're still a peacekeeper, and I think your fists are probably ample for the task.
Maybe that's true. Maybe the weapons just aren't something I should be using, but
Take faith in the knowledge that you've gained through your experience. That's what I'm trying to do.
I think that's a smart thing to do. I'll be honest, I stopped using my hands when we came across the Blight. And I've been scared for a little while. If we ever came across the Blight again, I want to be ready. I want to be prepared with something that would keep me safe while I could still keep us safe. And that's why
It's hard
I
to argue
shake the
that.
stick. That's why I was using this.
Good reach. I suppose practice doesn't hurt. I suppose a breadth of skills is always useful, but don't be afraid to return to basics.
Yeah, I think maybe that's the right call. The right weapon for the right situation.
Excellent. Ration?
Absolutely. Pour it into my cup, put some water in there, just mix it together real nice.
That do you guys remember the sound that Sideshow Bob makes when he steps on a rake? That just kind of squeaks out of Alton.
So a higher pitch version of that.
Not quite. Yeah.
You ought to try it. It invigorates stale food.
It's not. No. I'm just gonna turn away for a bit and just drink my tea.
Before we break our watch, I do want to kind of gesture to the broom and say, like, you ought to be playing with that thing a little bit. I've got this boring stick and it entertains me quite a bit. You've got one that flies.
I didn't want Cinnamon to be jealous, you know? We just started getting along. I wanted her to know she's an important, valued member of our team. Maybe I'll
Well,
have Kamari to tell her.
maybe if it's not too much, maybe I can ride it a bit tomorrow.
How much do you weigh?
Like, I think 250 or something.
Okay, you can do it then. Let's see what happens. I'm not sure what it can carry.
That's a fair point. If it can carry me.
He's got
What
too
if-
fat, damn.
What if we teach you? That we could return you to basics, but in a new way. What if you become our aerial drop turtle?
I don't know what those mean
High
together.
and just cannonball down.
Like my body's a bullet. I'll come on like a cannonball or something.
Yes.
I hate that idea, but we could try it.
We don't know unless you practice, right?
Remember,
That
we
is
still
true.
have-
Ball right now?
we still have slow fall.
I do have slow fall, but a cannonball moving slow ain't a cannonball.
That's badminton.
Yeah. But I do like the idea of getting an aerial advantage. Maybe not so much being a weapon as my body being a weapon. I don't know about that.
Well, we'll find out. Have to test it in battle. Maybe against Kamari.
Or something easy. Or
Yeah, you won't catch me sparring with him.
you make the right call.
He'd split me in half.
And then I just stab the sword in front of the fire.
Respawn enemies.
All right.
Yeah. Respawn the enemies, restart the day, spend my souls.
All right. Who's on second watch?
Me and Ben.
Okay.
Or Ben and
Alright.
I.
You guys are woken up for your second watch. If I can get perception checks from you both, please.
I want the DM to know that I put on my armor.
Okay. Takes 10 hours.
Oh,
No, it doesn't.
You take a point of exhaustion
Nope.
for the next 7 days.
Stop.
My rules now. No worries.
18.
12.
You said an 18?
Yeah.
I also said 12. I just...
Okay. Yeah, no, I heard your number. That didn't matter. Don't worry. Okay. No problem. Yeah, so taking a look around, you don't notice anything.
So, Kamari, how is your Elvish coming along?
I think it's going wonderful. Peyton and I practiced yesterday. He was silent the whole time. Couldn't have gone any better.
Did you ask him about the red ink?
Nope. I still think I'm right.
Check.
All right. If you're trying to lie to him, feel free to hit him with that deception check there, Kamari.
Okay. That's a 11.
Yeah, I rolled a 16.
I'm a lying son of a bitch. Obviously.
It's just keep working at it. Maybe you were right. Maybe he just likes the work you do, and the red ink is for praising you.
Maybe. Who knows? Maybe next time I'll ask him when we are practicing again.
That's a good idea. You should do that. So, Kamari,
Yes.
I've been thinking on something, and I couldn't think of anyone better to help me with this problem. So,
I can try.
the five of us have been together for a couple of weeks. It feels like we might be in it for the long haul. But we don't have a name. When people ask us what our group is, what do we tell them? Right? We are 5 individuals trying to make sure we have enough money to survive. Doesn't really roll off the tongue.
That's
what do
a
you
good.
think we should name our little group of friends?
That's a good question, but I think the question is better off with you, Peyton or Alton. You
Kamari,
guys
you
have
sell
the
yourself
brains.
so short, my friend. You haven't even tried. Just throw out a suggestion. Let's see what happens.
we could be called the Magnificent 1 + 4.
I mean, that's a good first attempt. How about you let's try 3, and we'll pick the best of the 3.
Okay.
All right, the Magnificent 3 + 2.
Best of 5, best of 7.
What about Kamari and crew?
How about you try? That's a great one. This last one, try it without using yourself as the top, and see if you can just meld the whole group together without
Okay.
using your name first. We know that you're the leader. We already know that. Now you need to be the leader and bring us all together with a good name.
Okay. Let me think. How about the Magnificent 5? I think it has a ring to it.
It's not the worst thing I've ever heard. I will just make sure that we don't get hurt by copyright or anything like that. But besides that, we can bring it to the group and see how they feel.
What is this copyright? You humans say all these new words.
You don't really copyright is like this company that you don't really want to know. They just, they're not good people. Don't worry.
Interesting. Okay. I will think about it.
Yes.
We
If
have
you
all,
can
we have
think of
all the
something
time
you-
in the world.
Well, that's not entirely true. I died 2 days ago almost. So. But that's fine. That's part of life, I just figured, why not go to the person who's probably going to come up with the best answer for our name. You could always ask the others. Maybe they'll come up with something too.
I think the Kamari and band, or Kamari and crew. Perfect.
Yes. How about we just put a pin in the names you've given us, and then we share them with the group later.
Okay. I understand. I'm gonna write that down.
Are you gonna write it in Elvish?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just curious. I sort of look over his shoulder.
Yeah, it's actually gonna. I'm gonna hand over the book and be like, "Does this look right?" And it's just a bunch of just
I
cursive
think you might have
nonsense.
used just a couple too many L's there.
Okay, and I'm gonna scribble out some L's right in the middle, so it looks like it's multiple words now.
Well, you know what? Why don't you ask Peyton later if that is correct?
Okay, understandable. He is the teacher after all.
Yes. Okay. Good job. Good names.
Thank you.
Ration?
Yes, I have. I don't think I've eaten in weeks, actually.
Yes. That concludes our break, and I do take off my armor again because I just am nervous about where we are. So while I'm awake, I want the armor on.
Did you doff it?
I do doff it.
You Dolphet.
Doff that.
Hello, Dolphet.
Just
All
leave it
right,
there.
no problem. We're not going too far with this. Anyway, okay, yeah. So then, Peyton, you end off the watch from the sounds of things.
Before Peyton goes to bed, or before I go to bed and Peyton
That
takes
makes
the
more
watch,
sense. Yep.
Hey Peyton, when we're all up, ask Kamari what names he thought of for our group.
Names for our group? What?
Trust me. And then I go to bed.
Okay. Good night.
Good night. I had to get the ball rolling. We still don't have a name.
It's true.
I had a question, Bits.
I have an answer, maybe.
It's called a
Probably.
perception check.
Oh, yeah, I can do that. 18.
Okay.
So the extra clothes
Yep.
that were on that guy, would they fit me?
Yeah. It wouldn't fit amazingly anyway, or anything like that. But there's like a shirt, trousers, socks.
They're like normal everyday clothes.
Yeah, pretty much. They're not as
Yeah.
fancy as what you're used to. That's for
fine.
damn sure.
The robes seem less appropriate for this warm weather, so
Hmm.
I changed clothes.
But now you don't get the breezy. Never mind.
That's okay.
It's like wearing a kilt.
So yeah, do I notice anything unusual during the watch?
You said an 18, right?
Yeah.
No, you don't notice anything unusual. The night passes by with nary a worry.
Fantastic. Spend most of the time brooding about the purple douche. And at least happy that we're tracking him.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so when dawn happens, I wake everyone up.
Cool. Yeah, dawn comes. It's getting a little warmer every day.
Morning, everybody.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Good morning.
When everybody wakes up, I go feed the horses.
Sorry, was that feed the horses?
Yes.
Okay. Making sure. Feed the horses.
I
Something
feed
else.
on the horses.
Like, Cinnamon, no! Go.
Out of curiosity, where did Dune place that potion?
You don't
I
know.
believe just in his.
Because I've gone through my bag at this point in the last day, so I've seen this potion, right?
Okay, then yeah, you come across the potion. I think he's put it in your bag, right?
Yeah, just snuck it in there.
Okay, I'm just aware of it for now.
Mhm.
That's all.
All right.
Does everybody sleep okay?
Like a rock.
Yeah,
Yes,
can't
quite
complain.
Oh yeah, Kamari. Ben said something about names.
Yes, I'm quite proud of them. Listen, clear the throat. How about the magnificent 1+4?
What?
Yeah, the magnificent 1, and you see I point to myself, and 4, and I point to all of you. No? Okay. Here's another one. How about
What's happening?
Kamari and crew? No? Okay. Okay.
Why
Ben?
do we need? Why do we have to have a name?
Well,
What
from
did you do, Ben?
I don't know what you're talking about, my friend.
You're the one who brought this. Told me to talk to Kamari about this.
Well, we are a group. We are a unit. A unit needs a name.
I vote for the Kamari and crew, but Ben really
Okay.
liked the Magnificent Five. He said
It
something
was
about
his
copyright
best of the-
company. I don't know.
It was his best of the three he suggested. But he also said that Peyton or Alton or Dune, you might have a suggestion. So I told him to share it with the group and see how you felt.
Okay.
I
Do you have any
I also have
suggestions?
another one.
Okay, Kamari.
How about Lucky Charms? I mean, we've been pretty lucky so far. Just food for thought. And I'm just gonna eat an apple.
How about we
Okay.
put? How about our standard name will be Lucky Charms? How about until we find our name?
I did have a dream, and the Unblighted ones came to mind. Seems silly, but I might as well throw it out there.
Well, listen, everyone get to figure out 3 names, and then as a group we will pick one. Yes, Peyton, I know you feel so dumb. We don't need a name. We're just, 4 Ronins just trying to make our way through life. But
There's
what are you,
5
Nick?
of us.
Oh, I forgot to include myself.
Don't worry, Ben. You're a part of the group. And I pat his shoulder.
Yes, they,
I also have
So-
another one, Backstreet Boys.
why that name? Why did that name come to you?
I don't know. I have these weird dreams of a world so far away.
How warm is it today? 98 degrees. Guys, I have a name idea.
Listen,
No,
you need to
we-
quit playing games with my heart, okay?
We are playing a very critical role in the survival of this land.
Oh no. We are not in sync today.
Hurry up and get to O-Town.
Called Kenoth.
Can we go back to B4 for this
No,
conversation?
that was the next one in my head too. And I was like, nah, that
Okay.
was.
I hop on Simon and say, "Come on, baby, bye, bye, bye." He's just
Listen, if we pick a
That's what
name,
makes him larger than life.
if we pick a name, we go from boys to men. That's all I got. Yeah, man.
then I know what we should call ourselves: the Rat Pack.
Oh.
Eh?
Wrong game.
Yeah.
Also
about-
true.
Let's stop getting mixed up and confused and just pick one direction.
God damn it.
I do have to admit, Ben, normally where I'm from, the people that get named are usually not named things they liked, not things they picked, but things the public named them after. Usually it's groups of criminals. There was a group of criminals in back home that for some unknown reason would pour beer and liquids all over the houses that they robbed. And it didn't make any sense.
Oh, I know. I've heard of them. The Wet Bandits.
Sometimes the sticky bandits. It didn't.
Oh, sticky.
A little bit of both. It depended how quickly we got to the scene of the crime, to be honest. And they didn't like that name. I feel like that's going to happen to us.
Okay, I'm fine with letting the universe pick our name, but once the universe picks our name, that's it. We don't have much of a say.
That is a concern.
Yes.
I don't want
The
to
reason-
be wet
The
or
reason
sticky.
I'm asking is because at some point there could be an opportunity where, someone's like, "Oh, who are you guys? What are you guys called?" And we're like,
Yeah.
the magnificent Kamari and you see what the problem is.
Yes, I definitely do.
I
But
don't
I've
see a
got a-
problem.
Kamari doesn't see the problem with it. It does remind me of a misguided youth back from my hometown. His name was bland. His name was like Albert. And every time he introduced himself, he said, "You can call me Dagger." And no one ever did. Because his name was Albert.
It's a really weird name.
So,
to
so
call
what I
yourself.
got out of that is our team name should be "You Can Call Me Dagger." You can call us Dagger.
We are collectively Dagger.
We're also sharp.
Oh, there we go. We found it. Okay. All done. I'm gonna roll a d12.
Yes, please.
Before you do that, as you guys get up and get your stuff ready and get all your things together, given the time, I think it's time that we take our short break now before we get into the next leg of the journey.
That's a good idea.
All right. So we're just gonna take a quick 10-minute break, especially because I need a refill on water. So that's gonna happen. But yeah, we're just gonna do a quick 10-minute break. We'll be back soon to finish off the rest of the night as they continue their journey towards the place they're going, Kinas. I was recently looking at a different town name and I couldn't remember that one. So we got it.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Yeah, so we'll be back soon, and don't touch that dial.
Yeah.
Better not.
Touch it back to this one after.
Yeah, that too.
Why says.
What did you say?
Says.
It just says.
That's
Hey
Mabel.
everybody. We
Hi.
back.
What up, dog?
What up, dog?
And dogettes.
Dog and dog.
I think dog is pretty gender neutral to start, isn't it?
Depends if you say it with a W, I think.
For woman, yep.
God.
No,
Jesus.
Was it the other way?
no, it's just anyway. We're back, Dungeons and Dragons. All right.
Just never knew.
We went back 30 seconds and Mike's head already hurts.
Yeah. Hey, you want to slide that eyeball under my door? Thanks, buddy.
All 500 or?
Yeah, please. All right. So we talk. Listen, like, I don't know. Don't ask them questions, because honestly, it just makes them want to say more shit. You gotta not interact with them. Don't poke the bear. All right. If I can get the next D12, please, as you guys get up, rejuvenated from a night's sleep, but knowing that you're potentially hot on the tails of somebody that beat your ass.
Oh yeah.
Roll the
A
5.
5. Ooh.
Nice, dude. Strong
That's-
one.
That's gonna cost him. That might cost him the title. Oh shit, I was
Full
joking,
move,
but maybe not.
Let's see if it pays off.
I actually have to roll something. Okay.
We're fine.
So as the day
Hold on.
progresses, the skies begin to darken.
Uh-oh.
But if I rolled a 1.
I don't got anything for that.
As the skies darken, the wind begins to pick up. It starts to get very, very dark outside. The wind is blowing wildly. Unfortunately, you're not able to travel as fast as you'd probably like. And maybe about 4 or 5 hours into your journey, probably just after afternoon, you know, maybe like 1, 2 o'clock sort of deal. About what did I roll? About 6 miles away, you see a funnel cloud start to appear.
Oh shit. Taki mushrooms.
And you see it build.
Like tornado?
Mhm.
Or a
What?
hurricane?
It's not a funnel cake, bro. It's a funnel cloud.
And eventually you see a tornado touch down, and you just see shit start to get ripped up out of the ground. There's trees coming up, there's more trees coming up, probably some ground and grass and leaves and whatnot.
Damn.
But it starts just like
cows
going crazy. Now, luckily, from where it is right now and the direction you can kind of see it heading, it doesn't seem to be going too much towards the road. But it is windy as hell, and there's a mighty storm brewing right now.
Okay, damn. Is it like rainy and all that, or just
Mhm.
just windy? Yeah.
Ooh, another good name for the group, Mighty Storm.
Not the time, Ben.
Sorry.
Oh, we're like wet like ducks, but we are mighty.
Yeah, well, I'm not so sure.
You're not allowed to pick the Mighty Ducks, Raymond.
We can't do the flying
Totally on
the
you if
flying
that's
bee.
what you prefer.
What?
Guys go into a fight. Flying me! Guy at the front just gets beaten down. This is so stupid. Why do you put Peyton at the front? What are we thinking?
Charge!
Is this kind of weather something that's just going to slow us down, or something where we have to find shelter to not get,
You could definitely try to weather through it.
Yeah.
Or you can find shelter and bunker down for the day. It's up to you. But it's a heavy storm.
I mean, we are already 2 days behind, right? We can't wait.
Maybe
But if
should
we
veer
die,
off.
we die. So I think maybe we should find shelter for the night. We can always make up ground the other 2
Why,
nights.
I never took you for a coward when it came to the weather.
Just
Yes.
the other day, you told me not to fear death. Is it the watery death that you fear?
Are you just don't like getting wet, and so you want to hunker down? What's going on, Kamai?
Why don't
I
we find
prefer
shelter
not to
in
get
the
wet.
weather box, and then if we need to, we can travel during the night.
Okay, that's fine. I just am.
I just
astonished
gestured
because I've
broadly.
seen Kamari cut off the head of an ogre, but he's afraid of water. Not even like a body of water, just wetness.
You haven't seen what I've seen.
That's fair. I have not seen what you've seen.
The storm brewing is more than just water, I'd say. Gesture to the funnel building.
Okay, let's hunker down then.
Is there anywhere nearby we could find to be used as shelter?
You could probably go off the road a little bit. And it depends on what you're looking for. Like if the area itself is pretty like grasslandy, you can probably find some trees and things like that. But there's a fair bit of like open fields around you. You could probably ride for a couple hours and get like a decent like area of like again tree coverage if that's what you're looking for. But yeah.
I don't know, maybe we should just veer off away from the storm until we can find something. If we need something to protect us from it. But it's an open plain, more or less.
We just need to not be the tallest thing around. That's all. I don't know about you, but my armor's made out of metal,
Mine's not.
and I am connected to the earth through my horse. Doesn't seem like a good plan.
Well, trees aren't a great idea either.
Yes.
No, but they are taller than us.
That's the bad part.
We don't want to be near a tree if it gets struck by lightning.
I mean, we don't want to be in the storm in general, but we are stuck in the storm.
So should we continue to move away from it?
We can move in the general direction of where we are going, but also move as far away from the storm as possible while doing so.
Yeah,
I think that's the right way to go.
Okay, let's do that.
sounds good.
Sorry, Kamari.
You guys all owe me for this one, and I'm just gonna
Nope.
like cover my head the best I can with my hands so water
I was
doesn't get
gonna
in my
say, you don't
face.
have a shirt, so what are you doing here?
I throw him the rag from my head because we're lizards and don't have hair that gets wet and water doesn't bother us. I just throw him the rag and cover up.
Yeah, I'm
And you
definitely going
ride
to cover.
uncomfortably in the rain.
Is
Okay.
the storm like north or south of our path here?
It's north of where you're going.
Okay,
So
we
you're kind of
push-
unfortunately riding like into it.
So we want to go the other way and like curve off as best we can. South.
So you want to get off. Well,
Off
south
the
is
road.
going away from Kinos.
in like there's a storm and then there's Kinos and then there's south. You know, if we're doing a straight line.
So you're just trying to find a way around the storm.
No, if the storm is north towards the Dawn Expanse, and we're
Oh
on
no,
a
no,
road,
it's like it's.
It's
Okay, yeah,
north
I
to
get what you're saying.
Kinos,
yeah.
right?
Okay. Well, Kinos is like northish around the road. Yeah, it's like a northeast or northeast from where you guys are right now.
I imagine the storm was basically like that whole area that we would see on the map as the Dawn Expanse, like that just storm now. And we're trying to get to Kinos, skirting away from that as best possible.
I get what you're saying. You can try to go off the road and kind of like make a wide berth and get to where maybe the storm lessens. It's honestly pretty big all around. But you can try to get to like maybe an easier part of it for sure if you go off the road and go south. It will take travel time off of your day though to do so.
I think we're okay with doing that. More just moving away from the funnel, like at any
Fair.
rate that we can, while still making whatever distance we can.
Okay.
Don't want to get sucked up.
Okay, no problem. So yeah, you guys can go and you guys kind of take a detour. So you go off the main road, follow the plains along, give the funnel clouds and like the worst parts of the storm the widest berth that you can. Again, you do lose time off of your travel to do so. With how the previous events have gone, you did a hard ride to make up. So you basically lose about half a day's worth of travel. Just by trying to skirt around this and doing the best you can to stay clear of it. But you don't get wrapped up in the worst parts of the storm, and you do not take a point of exhaustion because you've skirted around it. So there's good news.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what's the wet to dry scenario here?
You're wet. You're not dry.
Yeah, I'm absolutely miserable. I don't want to talk or look at any of you.
You're just grumpy.
Yeah. You guys are damp and grumpy, but it definitely could have probably been worse. So
Sorry, my favorite thing I've seen in the chat so far is get Ben to talk the storm down.
come on, we can be friends.
You're saying there's a chance.
Don't be unreasonable.
We want you to be wet. Just do it over there.
Listen, stop acting like a force of nature and talk to me.
All right, no problem. So you guys end up eventually, as evening starts to settle in, you make your way back to the road just to make sure you don't lose that landmark or anything like that. By the time evening comes, and if I'm assuming you guys are camping for the night, or are you continuing through the night?
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as we're not in a storm, I'm assuming we're.
No, it's come down to like a light drizzle, but through the travel time and you know the amount of time that you have before the sun fully sets, you're able to find an area where you can kind of put like a blanket up or something between some trees and make like a makeshift kind of overhead shelter so you're not sleeping straight out in the rain. You light a fire and try to get the ground around it dry a little bit, but eventually, yeah, you're able to make yourselves a decently comfy spot before looking to bed down for the night.
Okay. I'm gonna build out this fire
Okay.
best I can with these wet logs.
No problem.
Yeah, I think, Kamar, you've earned a spot in front of it first. I'll take third watch.
You seem unhappy, buddy. It's just a little bit of water.
No such thing as a little bit of water. And I'm just like shaking off like a dog. Or dog with a W.
With a W. Thank you for clarifying. Okay, who's on first watch?
I'll go first watch with Kamari.
Okay. If I can get you guys to both roll perception checks, please.
Sure.
21.
21.
Yeah, let's go with that.
21. Okay.
I gotta know, was it over a 10? Right? On your roll?
With or without my bonus?
Without, I guess.
Because the answer is still no. I rolled a 4 and got a total of 10.
Hey, wow. Okay.
Plus 6 is pretty good, though.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, but this is why I don't do a lot of combat.
Because the rolls are bad.
You're busy looking? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't understand what you meant there. Gotcha.
He's too distracted by how bad his rolls are with his perception. He
Right.
just can't overlook it.
Right. That's fair. Okay.
I would do the swing and throw the mace.
All right. Yeah. Then. Yeah. So 21. You guys end up making. Keeping an eye out, getting things a lot drier. Eventually, during your watch, the drizzle comes down to a full stop. It's just kind of like a nice, cool. Like that nice, cool, like. I don't want to say summer. It's like late spring dampness that can be in the air sometimes. You kind of got that going. It's better than being rained on.
Kamari, are you still wrapped up in a cloak? You're keeping yourself warm?
Well, Dune's thing isn't very big. Like it just covers your head, right?
More
I
or
thought
less.
Yeah.
More
okay.
or less, yeah.
Like
Okay, so
it ruffles up a lot here, so if I wanted to throw it over me, I kinda could, but it'd be like a shawl, you know? Like it's not much.
So, while Kamari is doing his first initial round of checking the perimeter, I'm going to put on some herbal tea, just stuff basically from my components pouch that works out to making like a nice relaxing tea. And just have that sitting on the stoop. Like, there you go, buddy. Just try and get warm.
thank you, Alton. You're very thoughtful. I appreciate it.
I have found that it's better to treat those who could crush you with their bare hands a little nicer than some, for the most part.
That's a good motto in life, yes. Because I definitely could crush you.
Of that, I have no doubt. No doubt. No doubt.
Nope, no doubt.
No doubt. Just don't. But do you think maybe at some point? Can't believe I'm gonna say this. Could we spar? I want to get better. I need to support the party with more than just spells.
I can definitely do that. Just look at Dune and how much better he's gotten. He's even practicing with other weapons. I think he's gained the confidence because of me.
It's gotta be it. But just promise me one thing.
Name it.
You're not going to try to actually kill me.
No, that happened to one time. And Ben, it's because Ben wanted to crush my head in. Understandably, he is strong. That hammer, I would like to try it one time. And then I'm gonna poke him poke you, Alton, as a joke, and say maybe I can try it on you.
Oh. How did that... I'm wearing armor. How did that hurt?
You need to get better
Yeah,
armor.
I mean, I've got a mace. You can have a hammer. We could have a crushing weapons match. That's a thing, right?
Maybe. I've never heard of it, but whatever you like to do, I can help you. Did you want to do it right now?
I do not.
I was getting a little excited.
No, I think that you should concentrate on drinking your tea and keeping that chill out of your bones there, Kamari. We need you. Need you in good form for tomorrow.
I appreciate it. I am going to keep warm. I'm just going to try to get as close to the fire as possible without burning myself.
Like your dragonborn, so that's roughly inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool. And just sort of nervously ask myself under my breath, what have we done?
It's not going to be good for you.
It's going to be
All right.
great.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys get through the rest of your watch without any issue. Who's on second watch?
I'll take second, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go as well since Tim wanted to be third.
All right. So if I can get perception checks from both of you, please.
Yes, sir.
8.
11. Just
Okay.
killing it. Between the two of us, didn't even break 20.
All right, perfect. Yeah, so taking a look around, keeping an eye out throughout the night and throughout your watch, you don't see anything that seems to cause you any trouble.
Okay. So, how have you been, Ben? Since, a few days ago.
Honestly, mostly angry.
That's fair emotion.
You?
Pretty much the same, but I'm focused. I've got a goal.
What's the goal?
Oh, I want to cut open that asshole.
Okay, good. So, listen, I'm mad about the situation, and I don't like him any more than I like you. But I'm not saying we have a conversation. I'm just saying maybe you don't murder him outright, and maybe try and find out some information about him. Listen, I understand the urge to just want to, cut him from top to bottom, but usually that doesn't lead to a very positive path, we'll call it.
Well, when we come across him, again, because
We are going
hopefully
to.
we'll find him.
No, we are.
We'll play it by ear, but no promises.
Listen, I want to hurt these people probably as much as you do, but it doesn't necessarily make it the right choice. Usually, the right choice is almost always the more difficult one.
I think it won't be easy trying to kill him.
No. And I was going to say, think of what your father would do, but I think your father would murder the shit out of them.
Yes. I don't think he would even give him a chance to speak.
Yes, but I also think you're better than your father.
Well, sometimes the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Sometimes you don't need a metaphor to be better. Just be better.
We'll see when we come across him again. But don't hold it against me if I can't wait.
Peyton, I am literally the last person who can do that. I'm just saying, there's more than one choice.
Yeah. I have been dreaming about different ways to kill him.
No, listen, I've literally Gallaghered him in my mind like at least 40 times now.
Gallagher?
There was this circus where I'm from, and essentially he takes a watermelon with a big hammer and splat. Except instead of watermelon, by the way, watermelon comes from where I am. That's canon.
Are you talking about Uzmir?
Yes, Uzmir.
I didn't know they had a circus at Uzmir.
It
Been
passed
there a few
through
times.
Uzmir. It passed through Uzmir. You know, a traveling circus.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, good luck.
Thankfully, we haven't come across whatever killed that man a few days ago, but I don't know. Our watches have been fairly uneventful.
Yes, yes, I agree. It is odd considering we saw someone, murdered or killed at the beginning of this trek from Little Beach.
Yes.
I just don't want anyone to let their guard down.
Yeah, that's fair. But I don't know. I think everybody's been diligent. At least I have been during my watch.
Well, you also have a second pair of eyes over there, so.
Yes. It does help that Eden doesn't really need to sleep.
True. Okay. Well, maybe we should do that whole thing and try and be diligent now.
Sure.
But think about what I said.
Okay, I will.
All right. So I guess it's just doing on final watch.
Yeah.
All right.
Assuming we don't get mauled to death. Can't notice anything.
Hopefully not.
Give him an advantage. Why? I don't know.
Because he needs
Absolutely
it.
not.
Because he needs it, yeah.
I just want to see if you notice. Anyway, go ahead and roll for me.
All right. 17.
17. All right.
All right.
What do you spend your time doing on your
All
watch?
good. Okay. I just grabbed the sword again off Peyton's pack, and just practice it with the weight and try and feel just fighting in the air, doing some of the motions that Ben taught me the other day, trying to basically use my monk's training
Okay.
to calm myself and work with the weapon to get comfortable with using it and just see how it feels. I'm really not sure what I'm liking, and the quarterstaff definitely feels more at home, but I'm still open to branching out.
Do me a favor and roll a d20 for me.
Sure. I'll do it digitally because these are cursed dice.
When are you gonna learn that you're the curse?
Oh, you son of a bitch. How do I screenshot this?
Did you roll a 1?
You betcha. Yeah, that's the one.
That's all.
Okay, it's fine. So during your swings and things like that, at one point, you do take like a heavy swing with it, and it does slide out of your grip.
Oh, no.
Luckily, though, it doesn't head towards your friends or anything like that. It just kind of like hits the ground not too far away from camp. You're able to go get it, kind of take a look around. Doesn't wake anybody up. But
Just sliding through the wet grass for like 20 feet.
yeah, it is really
Oh.
damp now. But you are able to go and grab it and retrieve it and everything without any issue.
Yeah, I definitely embarrassed, try and wipe the grass and mud out of the crevices of the hilt and hang it back on Peyton's pack. Just pretend I wasn't using it. And wait out the rest of my watch by the fire.
All right. Perfect, yeah. So the rest of the watch passes, no problem right now. And then you're able to make it through until dawn hits.
Hell yeah, didn't die.
Didn't die. No deaths.
No doubt.
I
No
like that.
doubt.
What day is
All
this?
right.
4? We're on day 4?
This would be, yes, day 4. However, you did lose some time due to yesterday.
Yeah, no, I'm just keeping track of the days. That's all.
All right. And then I need whoever, I don't know who's next in line out of you guys, but I need someone to roll a d12 for me, please.
I believe it's Kamari.
Hell yeah.
Mari.
That's a 6. Oh wait, what was it? Straight D12.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6.
All right. Let me just take a look. Okay. So as you awaken and dawn hits, the weather actually clears up quite nicely. The sun comes back out, and it's a nice warm day. It's actually getting a little humid today, just because of all the dampness on the ground and the sun coming out full force here. Like I said, every day you're getting a little warmer as you guys are approaching Kinas. But overall, it's a nice clear day, and you have a just fantastic weather for travel.
That's what you want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Is the terrain good enough that we could try and make up some of the time we lost or are we sort of just stuck with a muddy, crummy road kind of thing?
It is still like muddy, crummy road overall. Like it's not great. If you wanted to make up time, you would be looking to like ride into the night.
Yeah, that sucks. Good to know, though.
Yeah, that's up to you guys. You guys can either camp for the night if you want to continue on through. You're welcome to.
Probably not.
Okay.
We're getting pretty close to Kinos now. We probably want to be at full strength.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you guys are about a day and a half out by your best guess at this point. Okay. Night falls. Is there anything that you guys want to do or take care of? Okay.
I don't think so.
Not tonight.
If you guys just each want to throw me a perception check, just for your various watches.
Yeah.
16.
14.
18.
24.
Wow.
What is you?
On a wasted roll, right?
Ouch.
Yeah.
Right?
You only
The
get
one I'm gonna get for the
that
night.
as a night. You used it on a perception check.
All right, perfect. Yeah, then
I made sure the night was clear.
yeah, you guys run into no issues for the rest of the night. That's for sure. Which I think brings us right round to the top. So for the next day, Dune.
D20. No, D12. Oh, a 12. Look at that. When it doesn't really matter. Because they're all just randomly assigned numbers. But hey.
I mean,
Oh.
this one's going to be interesting because we already rolled a 12, so I'm curious to see what happens.
It's true.
He said he's got a system for that. It shouldn't be the same thing again, right?
No.
Yeah, no, it never is.
We see the same tracker 3 days later.
You see a
Hey,
body with a
friends.
lump on
Oh
its
no,
back.
we're trapped in the Matrix.
It's a Groundhog Day situation.
It's a zombie.
Okay. So, all right. So you guys end up, I would say, partway through your day. Alton, as per usual, you would notice how it's hard to make out because it's pretty far out there. Like maybe like 100 feet, 150 feet. There's something that catches your eye off the road. In like a grouping of trees. Looks like there's from here. Well, actually, make a perception check for me.
Okay, can I just use that other roll?
Yes.
Alright, hold on.
Well, you can, but then you're gonna get killed in your sleep, so it's up to you.
Oh, that's pretty dope. This one's better anyway, 25.
25. You can see there's a lot of. You can't make out exactly what it is from here, just because of like the detail in it. But there's a bunch of carvings. From where you can see, in at least 2 of the trees that are facing towards you, but they're kind of like at an angle, kind of like this.
Okay,
From like where
now
you
when
can
you're
see.
saying carvings, do you mean like just symbols, or are we talking like full 3D, like chiseled out of the wood kind of?
You think more chiseled out of the wood type carvings, like not
Okay.
like a heart with like SH plus TY, nothing like
Okay.
that.
That does sound intriguing. I do want to know who those people are.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty. I'm amazing.
Anymore. Yeah. Okay. So I will draw everyone's attention to that and go, guys. Once again, we have a beautiful landmark over here, maybe potentially. Peyton, would you like to send Eden over there so that I don't split the party? I hear that some people have a problem with that.
Sure. I tell Eden to go fly close to it so I can get a look, and I warg into her.
Okay. How close is she getting?
Then 10 feet. Just fly.
Then 10
towards
feet? Oh, fuck. Do you have her health points up?
Yep.
Just out of curiosity.
Yep.
Okay.
I rolled,
Hmm?
I rolled it when I summoned her. No, she has more than one hit point this time.
Wow. Who are you? Just joking. Okay.
How many more than one? Is that a secret or
One more than one.
Is currently.
one more than one hit point?
Nice. Okay, no, it's no problem. There's actually nothing going on right there. Sorry, I'm just taking a look at one thing. Perfect. Okay, so you notice when you're looking in, and so she's owl still, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so as she like flies over and kind of circles around, you see that there's 4 carvings that are all facing. So it's like 4 trees that kind of make like a square, right? Like 4 points of a square, and they're all facing inwards.
Okay.
The actual carvings themselves, there is a dragonborn,
Okay.
Hell yeah.
a merfolk, a dwarf, and an Aarakocra.
Okay.
It all ties in together.
And I'm saying this out loud, even though I can't hear a thing or see anything outside of what Eden can see. So just so everybody knows, I'm like yelling it.
Sorry, it was a dragonborn.
Yep.
A dwarf. An
Yep.
Aarakocra, and what else?
Merfolk.
I can't hear your question, Alton.
You can't repeat it back then.
Don't metagame. You got it once.
He's AFK. Is that on purpose? Is he back?
Yeah.
Could he
All right, I'm gonna
intentionally
refresh here.
disconnect?
I can. Can you guys not hear him? I can hear him.
I can hear.
I
Him.
can,
Yeah. He
Oh,
just
okay.
disconnected for a second. I don't know.
yeah, he did disconnect on the stream.
For me, it seemed like I could hear him the whole time, so I didn't notice a gap. But it's fine.
Oh.
Alton, did you ever read about this in any of your books?
No, but it does seem to me like these represent the 4 elements. We've got sky, sea, earth, and fire.
Does Kamari is a dragonborn? Should he touch the dragonborn?
I don't know if we should touch any of this, to be honest. I don't know. Mike, I'd like to check and see if I have any knowledge of this sort of thing being carved, or if it's indicative of any sort of like culture I'd be aware of.
Okay, sure. Roll a history check for me.
21.
21. Honestly, this isn't ever anything that you've read about in your past. I would say based off that check, you can't think of a reasonable, like, you can't think of a fair reason why there'd be these 4 races shown together. Like, there's not like there's no like pacts between these races that you know of. Like, there's no real historical significance for these races. But
Yeah.
you wouldn't have seen
So-
anything really like this before or read about it.
So I'll repeat that, but perhaps it's an epitaph of some sort. I honestly don't know.
You can quickly check it out.
Yes.
On Ward.
Let's go check it out. Alton seems excited.
It does seem interesting. We don't often come across art.
They were pretty well carved.
Yeah, then I'm down.
So I'll break ranks rather. Well, words are hard. Well, as soon as you guys say that, and I'm just gonna start heading over to that.
I'll
Yep,
follow.
me
I'm
too.
gonna follow.
We all go.
Cue coconuts.
Okay. So you guys ride over.
Along with my manservant Patsy. Yeah.
Yeah, and you see the 4 carvings. They're very well done. They're very, very realistic. But yeah, as I said, there's one Dragonborn, a Merfolk, a Dwarf, and an Aarakocra.
Okay. Can I do investigation? I want to see if they
Mhm.
they seem recent.
Okay.
And can I do an Arcana check to see if there's any inherent magic in the area?
Sure.
I've got an 18 investigation.
18 investigation. These are very old.
Very old.
Yeah.
So the
can tell
storm
that it's
didn't
been-
carve these, you know?
No,
Like
yeah.
that.
The storm definitely did not carve these.
Cast detect magic as well.
Okay.
I rolled a 15.
Yeah, you both can tell that these are quite magical.
Do I get any schools of magic?
Yes, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna
Boy.
pull that up. How do I even do that?
These carvings are pretty good.
Yeah.
They're
There's
all right.
definitely a little more to them than just carvings, though.
No, yeah. There's some magic to it.
Whoever
Well,
carved
I'm
these,
not going to touch them.
that's maybe the right call. Whoever carved these hadn't seen turtle before. So
You would get the Abjuration School, Ben, just so you know.
Abjuration.
Abjuration, my boy.
It seems like some kind of protection magic is what is guarding something.
Usually things that have protection like this usually don't turn out very well for us.
I mean, it's usually protecting you, like protecting you from something, or protecting something from us. Whether that's good or bad, we don't know, but it's usually one of the.
I don't think I have any methods to remove any protection.
I mean, Alton's idea of the elements isn't a terrible idea.
yeah. When I investigate the trees, I'm curious if there's any water from the storm on the merfolk, the mer, carving.
person.
the murmur.
Yeah. The merson.
If there's any what, sorry?
If there's any leftover stormwater on the merson carving.
Not by now.
Nice.
There wouldn't be no.
Okay.
It would have dried up.
Do we?
Well, if
I cast a firebolt in my hand and put it towards the Dragonborn. Is there any reaction? Or not Kamari the statue.
So you hit it with a firebolt?
I at least go near it with the firebolt first.
Okay. Nothing seems to happen.
I touch the statue with the firebolt.
Okay. You see the statue itself seems to start to glow a dull red.
Okay.
I
Oh,
go
boy.
to the Aarakocra and I just. I don't want to use magic until I know how to use magic.
You go up to the Aarakocra and you blow on it, and nothing really seems to happen.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
I think I've got one, and I walk over to the broom
Don't bud. Oh, it's
and I place it against the tree, the Aarakocra tree.
Okay.
You son of a
Um,
peach.
I like that.
yeah. And Mike, his face just said "clever girl."
You see the statue start to take on almost like a grayish glow.
Oh damn! Something's happening.
I just take out my water skin and pour it on the merfolk.
And
I'll walk near the dwarf and cast Earth Tremor.
Oh shit!
The tree.
How
comes
big of an
down.
area does that hit?
Yeah, Jesus.
dirt on it.
10 feet.
10 feet?
As he sips his tea. Oh shit.
It's hot chocolate, thank you very much. I'm not fancy.
I don't know where.
Yeah.
Depends on where the hot chocolate's from. It could be fancy.
It's
Dollar
not. Those still represent. Yeah, so you see all the other two statues begin to glow as well. And you see that they all start to glow sort of like brighter and brighter, and they seem to pulse in unison over and over. And then there's a flash. It's too bright, you can't really see. But
Oh.
as your eyes come back to adjusting, you realize they're not adjusting. You can't see anything anymore. No, I'm just kidding. You see in the center, where they had all been looking, you see a stone table has appeared, and strewn across it are 4 items. Actually, that's only kind of true. There's a bunch of items.
Uh-oh. Investigation. What do I see?
You see a small bundle of crossbow bolts. You see a jar that seems to have like just a oil or some kind of liquid in it. Actually, sorry, you see 2 jars with liquid in it. And you see a roll of parchment that's kind of twisted up and bound.
Interesting.
Perhaps this parchment could be a message to whoever solves this puzzle.
I can read it.
What
Can
was
we-
the jar again? Sorry.
Just
There's 2 jars of liquid.
yeah.
Well, let's see what's in the scroll.
So
I saw
I'll,
detect magic up. Do I get any weird pings from any of these items?
Like to detect if they're magical?
To detect if like there's a particular school of magic on something like necromancy, for example.
No. Nothing gives off like a necromancy vibe or anything like that.
all right. So I'll pick up the scroll,
Mhm.
and I will start to cast Identify
On the scroll?
scroll before I
Okay.
open it because I'm cautious.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me just pull this up for you because I need to see what your damage taken is.
Oh no.
Where is it?
Always funny.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm a hoot.
Okay.
I'm a hoot. Okay, so the scroll. This gives you like full info, right? Like you get to know exactly what this is.
Yeah. Learn its properties, how to use them, whether it requires attunement, and how many charges it has.
So it is a
or whatever
spell scroll. Has a 4th
Mhm.
level spell on it.
Oh my.
Has locate creature.
Oh.
We could find out where Whispering Thunder is.
Or we can use it to, if it's something Peyton can learn, we can find the gentleman who took his book.
Oh, yeah, that's good too.
We know
I
what
do
Whispering
like your
Thunder
thinking.
is. He's in our hearts.
That's not good enough.
Boom. Quill drop.
I'll go over to Alfred and take a look at the scroll.
Yeah,
And there
I
was the
can't
2
make-
jars of liquid as well.
Mhm.
And what else?
A bundle of crossbows.
The bolts.
Bundle of 5.
Bundle of 5.
I will grab the liquid to the left.
Okay.
You decide which one that is.
I already have, baby.
Okay, good.
Liquid to the left seems to be more of like a dark, oily substance.
Cool. I'll have someone take a look at this later. Stick it in my bag.
I want to grab the other one, and it has a lid, of some kind.
Yeah, they both have lids. Yeah, you're good. Don't
I
worry.
want to just like very gingerly raise the lid, see if anything happens.
A Dijin pops out.
Yeah. Jafar. No. No. There's the liquid inside.
I give it a smell.
You pop the top. The fun don't stop.
What's it
It
smell like?
doesn't start either. It smells like potion.
Smells like potion.
It smells like potion. As you take a look at that, and you think back to something you may have slipped into your friend's pack not too long ago, you think, oh, this kind of seems a bit like that.
What color is it?
It's a healing color, dude.
It is the color of health.
Have you ever heard of a red pot?
it is a sure. We'll call it a red potion.
I dip a finger and taste it. What's it taste like?
Like health.
It
I
tastes
made it.
like you've hurt less today.
It tastes like the essence of a living thing.
Oh,
I don't know how I know that.
what essence of a living thing have you been consuming?
I thought none,
Or
but now I know that flavor.
Yeah, that's gross. I suppose we can just take everything and go, because
Yeah.
Alton, I assume you need time to cast identify on these.
Give me another minute, and I can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
I hand him my oily liquid.
Okay.
That sounded. Sorry.
Yeah. It's nice.
So
Uh,
viscous.
Just, it's so warm.
Oh.
I've been holding it. No, it's been in the bag. I haven't been holding it.
So I'll cast Identify on that.
Okay. It is in fact a magic item. It is an oil of etherealness.
Ooh.
The one I tasted?
No.
So this
I
one's a
know.
different color?
No, this one.
Yes.
Nelson knows this one.
Yeah.
you
Potion
have
of Etherealness. Okay.
DM.
Yoda.
We do know that it's a health potion. Dunes, do we know what kind of health potion it could possibly be based on its quantity or quality?
Yeah, it's a superior.
Good.
nice.
It's a good jar.
It's a good jar. Jar's pretty sweet.
Is there anything to these crossbow bolts? Everything else seemed pretty spectacular.
Well, let's find out.
You touching the bolts?
It's gonna like Ogma, Patron Lord of Knowledge. It's me. Just need your help one more
Boy.
time.
It's your
Shut
boy
up, I'm
Alton
sleeping.
Agma. How you hanging?
Boy, Elton.
me, your boy. I thought was speaking. How's it going? Don't forget to smash that like, subscribe
Oh God, help us all.
No, so it is it is magical ammunition. This is +2.
Ooh, those are good. We can use those. I mean, no one uses them, so but they probably cost a pretty penny.
I have a crossbow.
When's the last time you've used it?
The last time we fought, it's been like 4 sessions. I mean,
Oh, that's right. You guys went for a drink. Sorry, too soon.
It's not too soon, Ben.
Okay, good. Because that wasn't.
well, tell you what. Can I hold on to these for now? And if I don't use them by the time we get to Kinos, I'll sell them.
I mean, aren't we going to be there in like a day and a half?
Yeah. So there you go.
Half a day. Yeah.
What's the harm?
I don't
Sounds
think
like
we
a
need
plan.
to
It's a
sell.
deal. Hashtag.
He's got a crossbow.
We're
He's
gonna
gotta
need
use
to
these.
resupply before we have to cross the Dawn Expanse.
How about we find out their value and compare to how badly we need to kill things compared to how badly we need gold.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
compare the
good.
value of the bolts to the value of Alton. And I bet I know.
Drop me off.
Listen, Helm, I don't know why you're saying that, but that's not what I said, okay, God?
Cold, bro. You a stone cold killer.
We should probably get going, unless there's anything else you
Oh.
guys would like to do.
Kamari, I forgot you were here. You've been so quiet. Were you
Yeah.
thinking of more names for the group?
No, but I'll think about it on my way to the travels.
Okay.
I would like to.
For a second
Add
there, I
some-
thought we were going to be called Blinded by the Light, but we got our eyes back.
Yeah, that was a little spooky. Before we leave, I want to use the longsword that we got, and very crudely on the back of one of these trees, I'm gonna add the turtle.
With a long sword?
Yeah, very crudely.
Yeah.
Halfway through it, I'm like, would you like a dagger? Please use the dagger.
Or someone talented at this.
Make a
Or a
performance check for me, dude.
Actually, I have calligraphy skills, so
You paid for
That's
that
very
became
butter.
proficiency?
This is carving, so let's not
Made of
pretend that
mouse.
this.
And you use it a longsword.
a
You did
15.
have the option to use a dagger as well. I handed it to you.
It's I mean, you rolled well. What you're attempting with the tools you have, the tools you're choosing to use, because you do
I
have
would
better
use
ones.
the dagger if he offered it to me. I definitely
Okay.
would. I just
Um,
wouldn't
then
have thought that at first.
I'd say,
Definitely
like,
started
if
with-
anybody looks at it, they're gonna be like, "Oh, that's a turtle."
Hell
But like,
yeah.
if you like look at the front edge of the tree and then the back of the tree, like you know which side's better, and it's not
Yeah.
yours.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Except
Want to make
for
sure
the
that's
fact
clear.
that it's a turtle. And it's on the back of the merman tree, just so.
Okay.
Dude, I think that
For
looks
the-
wonderful.
Thank you. I'm not so sure it is.
No,
Um,
no, you got great skill. I think we should do it on parchment, and you can sell your work in another town someday.
That's not a bad idea. I actually have practice on parchment. I've never worked on it before it was parchment. Pointing to the tree.
Well, I would definitely love to see your work. I can show you my work. I'm also learning a new language, as you know.
That's
think-
true.
I think I'm getting
know-
quite good.
I'm gonna have to take someone else's word for it. But if you ever need help making your letters pretty, I can help you with that.
Good, and I can help you punch better.
That
We
is
still
for
have
sure.
That, We
Yes,
still have that deal.
this is true. I feel better now than I did for the last few days.
Good. Well, we should probably get back to the group. I don't think they appreciate your drawing, but I think it's wonderful.
And I appreciate that. We skedoodle back to the group.
All right. So you guys head back on the road, and for the rest of the day, it's easy travels. Nice weather keeps holding out for you guys, as it seems.
Nice.
Yeah.
No more sudden tornado storms.
No sudden tornado storms. Well, yeah. I mean, shit, dog. You have another day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you can from where you guys end up settling down for the night, you can see far off into the distance. It's pretty small, but you can see the lights of what you assume to be Kinos. Just out on the coast, and actually from where you guys would be as well, you can see the entirety of the ocean out in the distance as well.
Would you look at that?
Mhm.
It's been a long ride.
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks since we were last in Vento.
Yeah, I feel like we're not going to be back into a town after this for a while, so we should enjoy it, get some ale, of course, and just enjoy ourselves before we go into the Dawn Expanse.
I think that's a good idea. I'm
Kamari
looking
is
forward to
full of
see Kinos and experience a place like this.
Maybe we could use a nice rest, but I say we don't tarry for long. I check my notes. Purple douche is ahead of us by at least another day and a half.
You do make
I
a
did
good
forget.
point, Dalton.
Did put a bit of a damper on what I thought would be a
Yeah.
nice, relaxing visit.
Here's hoping that, as Elton said, purple douche. Here's hoping that he had to spend a few days in Kinos, and we might have an opportunity to find him there.
If we want to find him there.
It's going
I
to be
didn't-
harder to find him in the Dawn Expanse.
If we're trying to find him,
We are trying to find him.
then we are hopefully, as a group, capable of dealing with him.
I mean,
Between you two, I would have expected you could take on nearly anyone we've come across so far.
yes, well, we fought a 9-foot robot.
Yes,
Alright.
he wasn't really alone.
Yes. And it seemed a lot of the damage we were doing to him was just happening to this mechanical man.
There's definitely some sort of connection between the two.
Fascinating.
Either
Well,
way,
maybe-
we held up longer than maybe we should have. But there was only two of us instead of the. See, I could have used our group name there, but we don't have one.
Then you can call us Dagger.
Okay. Dagger it is.
I know we normally don't do this. We are more of a run and chopping people's heads off, which I do agree we do work best in, but we can always come up with a plan. We do know what they used, and you did fight them, so you would know better.
That's a good idea. I don't think we've ever done that before. Actually planned
No.
anything.
Well, plans usually only last until first contact with the enemy, but it's better than not having a plan.
For sure.
But
And this time we may have a Kamari.
Yes, that would have helped significantly.
This time in town, we don't separate.
I think that is a good rule from here on out. Unless you're with Kamari. Then the rest of us are in trouble.
Well, if someone is with Kamari and everyone else is, then we've officially separated.
This is true.
Yes. Okay. Well, are we close enough where we can just ride into town, or?
Nah, you like it's far in the distance. It's probably gonna take you like 6 hours, 5-6 hours. You're at like a precipice and you're just seeing like lights, and you're assuming that's it.
Okay, well, let's bed down.
Where?
Is it the end of the night?
Yeah, it's at the end of the day.
Okay.
So I mean, if you guys want to ride through the night, you can, but that's up to you.
I think we want to be prepared and rested when we arrive.
There's no rush.
Just like Scar. Scar was prepared. Look what happened to him.
Yep.
Just joking.
Okay. I'll take first watch.
Okay.
Second watch.
Doing it this way again, huh?
I guess, huh?
I'll go second watch, I guess.
All right.
First watch,
You
Team
choose.
God Squad.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll take that.
Kamari, you're solo on 3. All right. Ben, Alton, give me some of them perception checks.
Perception.
Let's find out.
Rolled pretty well. 5.
That is pretty good.
14.
That's slightly better.
Bad for him.
Fair. Okay. Yeah, so you guys are keep an eye out throughout the night. Nothing seems to bother you though. Nothing you can see in the distance, probably.
Alton, I wanted to say thank you for the tea you tried to provide about a week ago. After everything that happened, I was just I wasn't ready for company yet.
No, I understand, Ben. That was a rougher day than most, I'm sure.
Yes, I wish I could say it was the roughest day I've had, but it's not. Just so that's clear, it's not.
Oh, okay. I was waiting. Yeah.
Yes, I could tell. I mostly just didn't want to open the door because I was afraid of what I was going to do if I had. And so, as a holy man yourself, I needed to talk.
Oyster, perhaps.
Yes, I needed to pray. I needed to be reminded of why we do what we do, essentially. And I couldn't do that with my emotions the way they were, so I had to tame the anger that I was feeling.
I must say, actually, Ben, in regards to that anger, you seem to have been much angrier lately than what I've known of you in our short time together. So,
Yes, well, the hammer brings up some parts of me that I am not entirely proud of, so. But I'm trying to conquer those.
I take it the hammer is a reminder of these things and brings you strength, or do you find it a weighty reminder?
It's a weighty reminder that violence isn't always the option. It's difficult to wield for a reason.
It's heavy with justice. I get it.
No, it's
No.
more.
I tried.
It's heavier with selfish pride. If I don't have to pick it up, then I've done something right.
So you feel like you've done wrong in the past.
Yeah. Let's say yes.
I won't push.
I appreciate it. It's just it was a long time ago. I'm not a young whippersnapper like you. I'm officially pushing into middle age. So
Oh, what is that for a half elf?
I guess it wouldn't be middle age since I am a half elf.
Uh,
I am feeling older than I am, maybe.
I think I can understand that a little bit. I definitely felt older than I am when I inflicted those horrible wounds on those creatures.
Yes, true gore and true visceral violence. It does sting to one's soul. So be careful where and how you use it. Not just for yourself, but mostly. Let's say for yourself. That's the most important, because at the end of the day, you have to be able to look in the mirror. Or
You have to be able to.
reflection in a pond. Are mirrors canon in this?
yeah.
Cool. You have to be able to look in the mirror. You have a lot of life left to live, and that means you have a lot of opportunity to do amazing things, but you also have the opportunity to slide off
This
the
is
path you're on.
pretty amazing here. I mean, we're going to be going across the Dawn Expanse. I'm going to be part of one of the first people to really make it, assuming we survive. I think we'll survive. Do you think we'll survive?
Listen, I've been saying it since we left Little Reach. Death comes to everyone. We rarely get to pick when it is, so you might as well live every day the best you can. Experience life in its fullest.
Small comfort. You've got at least double the amount of life that I've had, but I see where you're coming from, and I might as well at least face it head on.
Yes, I have lived double the life, but not all of that life was lived the way I should have lived it.
Maybe I can use you as a learning point and hopefully avoid some of those choices.
Nothing would make me happier than that.
Not even the tea is done.
Oh, wonderful. Ooh, what is this? Is this hibiscus?
It's and chamomile.
Together, wow.
Yeah.
I have to say, you have quite the talent for teas.
It was something that mother was very proud of. So she instilled the love of tea in me.
Well, that's good. I'm going to drink this tea now.
Pinky's out.
Pinky's out. Hashtag God Squad. Pinky's out.
There it is.
Oh God. Do they pray with pinkies out?
Dear God.
That felt bad to do. Never mind.
All right.
Ooh,
Who's second watch?
Peyton and I.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys are woken up. If I can get you both to make perception checks for me, please.
Perception.
Perception.
11.
11.
9.
9.
Bad.
Oh, cool.
What's cool? Want to talk about it?
D&D. I love it.
Yeah.
It's okay, guys. We're fine.
What's cooler than being cool? D&D.
I never got a chance to thank you for hanging outside my room like a week ago.
I'm not sure if it's sarcasm.
It's fair.
Are you saying that or thinking it?
I'm saying that.
That's not because of Peyton. That's because of Jardine.
Yeah.
No, it's sincere.
Because I'll admit, I'm a little embarrassed. I
Why are
feel just a little mother henny. I didn't mean to come across that way.
Just okay. A lot happened that day.
It was a bit scary. Yeah.
Wasn't scared. It's upsetting over it more than anything.
Maybe not scary for the person who's unconscious and unable to witness it, but I came across both your bodies bloodied and broken and not moving. And for me, that was scary.
Well, no, things haven't been getting easier, so I think that scene's going to come about more often than not.
I desperately hope not. But I admit that, yeah, it's been getting harder. I think we really should try and do the Sekinas right. Like,
What do you mean?
back home, we would be stealthy, we would gather information, we would try and learn everything we can without being detected, and then strike against the foes against the city. And if this person is still there, I think we should do that. We should,
Kind of like Ninja Turtles.
We don't
undetected,
really
discover them.
there though.
We don't, no.
Like I can try and use this scroll, but I might just waste it entirely.
I can't help you there.
Quick. And we do have to do some shopping, so it's going to be hard to be stealthy.
That's true. Especially trying to stay together this time.
Yes.
But if
There
they
are some
see us,
party that don't lend themselves to stealth. As I look over to Kamari and Alton.
it hasn't been all of our strong suits.
No.
But if they see us before we see them, we may not get to act.
Yeah. So just comes down to if we want to risk using this magic to see if we can find him. He may not even be in Kinas, even if it works.
That is true. I was thinking to myself, where else could he go? There's nowhere nearby. There's nothing.
He has the journal. He can, assuming he can activate it, he can just follow the instructions and go to what is that place called? And he might go try and find Tadura and potentially try and kill Anok. Who knows?
Do you think the book would betray you?
I don't know if it's anything loyal to me. He was very eager to take it, so I'm assuming he has some way of using it.
I hadn't considered this. I honestly believed the book to be a gift from your father, and you said it spoke to you. I assumed it knew who you were.
I think it was more of a last will and testament of my father.
I see.
Who knows? Maybe it's magic is protected, but that was a very powerful wizard that we dealt with, so who knows?
So to use the scroll, then, do we need anything?
No, it's more luck than anything, since this is more advanced magic than I'm used to. And if it fails, it's gone. And even then, it's pretty much only a one-time use.
Well, I guess if we do some scouting in Kinos, and there's word that this person is there, maybe it's the right time, or was there recently? It would then be a clue that we should use it.
Yeah, we'll have to consider it. The other option, and I know Alton's been very much against this option for ages, but this is still like a complicated spell. If we're capable of selling it, it would be worth quite a lot of money, and we could use that to fund our trip across the expanse.
That does bring me to something I've been thinking for a little while. Many cultures don't pay much heed to their names the way turtles do, but I've found for some reason humans trend towards the meaning of their names, and I don't understand your names in this group. Bend doesn't mean a lot to me. I don't know what that means. Alton comes across a little pretentious, and that accidentally fits. But Peyton is dead on the nose.
It's just a
Everything you do.
My whole world's revolved around magic and money.
Yeah.
It's something to consider, especially when we're going to be in the middle of a desert, potentially.
But this is the only thing we have to finding the only person we know that can help you get where you need to get. And you're seriously considering money instead.
The spell isn't as useful as you're making it out to be. And there's a chance I fail at even casting it. So yes, there's definitely considerations.
That's fair. I know nothing of the magic that you work with. It's nothing to me. I wouldn't even know how to help if I could. It's definitely something I would leave to your judgment, but I just hope that payment isn't more important.
Being able to buy supplies and gear, yes, I think that's generally more important.
That's fair. As someone who's lived off not gold most of their life, copper and silver, I think we'll be fine.
Let's just hope that we come across him before any decisions have to be made. But at the
Yeah.
same time, I hope we're all strong enough to actually deal with him. Because
Yeah.
I don't want him to get away again.
Or worse.
Anyway. I think I'm just going to read a little while we got the rest of our watch.
Sounds good.
Okay. And then last up is Kamari. If I can get a perception check out of you, please.
Of course. That's a 14.
14. Okay.
Yep.
And how do you spend your watch, my friend?
Pretty easy. I'm just gonna find a big rock about the size of my hand and I'm gonna sharpen my axe. I felt it pretty dull when I was chopping down some wood. So that's pretty much what I'm doing.
Okay.
Nothing
All right.
ominous there.
So you guys listen to Kamari sharpen his axe?
It's a nice it's a white noise, you know, like a fan.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like whale noises.
Exactly.
All right. So you spend the rest of the evening sharpening your axe. Morning comes, and as you guys kind of get up and get all of your stuff together and prepare for the last leg of the journey, you can make it a little bit more detail along the coast. You can definitely see the mass that would be what you assume to be Kinos at this point, as the road leads down. And yeah, you guys get ready for your final day of travel, knowing that you're going to be arriving at Kinos at some point later on today. That being said, that's where we're going to end it for today, and we'll pick up next week with the with Kamari and Co.
Yeah, see? There's such a ring to it.
Canonize that.
Don't Call Me Dagger arriving in Kinos.
Oh gosh.
All right, some interesting conversations tonight, guys.
Think so.
Ben,
Benjamin.
Benjamin.
I don't know what you mean, guys.
There's some lore sprinkled in there.
That was a lot. That was a story time session.
Yeah, a little bit. A
We
little bit of
like
a
it,
lore
we
leak,
like
as
it.
they call it.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, as always, thank you very much, everybody, for coming out. We always appreciate it. We will be back next week doing some more Dungeons and Dragons. But before that, on Tuesday, we're going to be having our next episode of Through the Breach, which is run, of course, by our good friend Raymundo. So come catch that. And then on Wednesday, we'll be back with our next episode of The Dawn Expanse. So thank you again for coming out, everybody. Have yourselves a fantastic evening. And as always, we'll see you next week.
See you later, guys.
Take care, everybody.
Go on, get.